I will not be silenced.
Oh my god. That's one way to start the stream.
Oh, my name is Baloney now.
Baloney.
I'm nameless.
Excuse me. Oh, I forgot to put in. Oh, I put you in the wrong spot. Oh, god damn it.
Hang on a sec. I need to drop a level.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was the wrong thing. There's different layers, okay? And I was moving the candle layer that's below you. Okay, 3,
I'm just waiting.
2,
I'm just waiting for the elevator.
1. That was a very squiggly elevator.
Are we live?
Yes, we are
Yes,
live.
we are live.
That's why he knew he was on the wrong level.
Can people hear us?
Yep.
Yes.
Probably. Hi, people.
Hello.
And I already forgot what your character's name is, so.
Virginia.
Where's my text?
Like the
Here we go.
state.
Virginia.
So many jokes I could say to that.
Like the state?
Yeah. It's a stupid joke nickname I have for Virginia.
Stream just started and we already killed Blue. God damn it. This is why we can't have nice things.
Virginia.
No, it has to be that long. You need to write it that long.
You need to have all those eyes.
It's the accent.
Yeah.
Pronounced Virginia.
I type slow, okay?
I'm just giving you a hard time.
We tease you because we love you.
I
True.
think this is the right color. Hopefully it's the right color. If not, your blue is a different blue.
My eyeball.
That just makes me special.
It
looks like it
looks to be the
matches.
same blue, yeah.
Good work.
Virginia.
Yep, it's the same blue.
There we go.
I could tell when you held it by my name.
Cool. Okay, now let's start stream for real this time.
Woo!
Hey, excuse me, I just... okay. Oh, damn it, the candle. I forgot to put the candle back after I moved it when it was under you.
I'm just gonna put this candle back.
Oh, and now I'm moving the overlay.
Let me know when we go live. Oh shit, my
We
name.
are live.
We're live.
Oh, wait, I'm not muted.
We are
Oh, yeah.
we are live.
We have not been
Oh.
muted. We have been unmuted this whole time.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Chat has been Chat has been seeing and hearing all of this.
Oh, hello, chat.
Oh, now I'm over there.
Had to move you out of the way of the candle.
Hello. How are you?
Oh my god. Okay.
Oops.
Yep, there we go. Right when you
Just do
move
that
me
in the
back.
trash can.
Okay, we're back for real now. I am a professional.
Professional
Puppy!
streamer, everybody.
I see a puppy.
Oh, puppy, where? Who? What?
You're-
Puppy?
Right behind you. Oh, what's there?
What?
Ah, your puppy was there earlier. I thought he was still there.
Oh. Emma!
Sorry.
Great vanishing doggo.
Where's a puppy? I love puppies.
I can get the pupper. Emma!
Ah, it's okay. We should start stream. Distractions.
Distractions. We must delay.
Oh, how is everyone in chat? Hello, chat.
Is there anybody out there? Someone in chat! Anyways, enough about me singing poorly. Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of Die or Die. Hopefully I didn't fuck anything else in the setup or whatever. Let me know if something looks wrong. Last time, apparently, it was unlisted, so let me know. But anyways, welcome to Die or Die, and who do we want to have do the summary this week? Oh, and guys, guess what? My cam works this week!
Woo! Yay!
What's up?
Or you could do a group effort summary if you want.
I can contribute a little bit.
I can add in some bits.
Last time
On Dragon Ball Z.
Last time on Die or Die.
We left the cave with with the children. Miles comforting the children being scared, which I put in my notes, which is odd for a demon. Krezek. Wait, did we go to Krezek?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
we did.
where
Okay,
you
so
dropped
yes.
that's
Yeah,
where
we
you dropped
dropped
the
off-
children off that were claimed by a family.
Yeah, we dropped off most of them.
Right.
We still have 4, I think.
And one of the mayor got one of the boys a home with one of his friends because his mother died while he was gone.
Yeah, that's why we only have 4 right now. We
Okay.
would have had 5, but the mayor got that kid in their home.
Okay.
So we've got
Wait,
4
how many?
kids to deliver to your friend, or what you guys think will be.
Oh, that's right. During their travels back to Valakai, they decided to use the Sending Stones to talk to Ismark about how they're bringing 4 children, and his response the next day was, "We'll talk about it when you get here."
Mm-hmm.
We had the greatest stealth versus perception battle in the history of history between Kurdal and myself when I left to perform my usual midnight ritual, which resulted in Kurdal rolling.
There's no lie in what you said.
Which Kurdal rolled a natural 1 with a -1 to stealth, so he got a 0.
Yeah. Yep.
And then I rolled a nat 20 with a +1 to my perception. So as soon as he started to follow me, I was fully aware of his presence.
And everyone else as well.
Yeah, pretty much everybody
He
was.
woke everybody up, and then he had to be like, "No, it's okay. Go back to sleep."
Miles summed up his backstory as best he could in a way that made sense. And Kurdal now, at least I don't think that Kurdal has any further doubts that Miles is against them.
Yeah. I mean, Colonel's probably not gonna, is trying to avoid getting you into like evil situations where, Ghidorah could come out, but, let's face it, he does that just normally anyways, ever since the incident.
Mm-hmm.
The incident.
Yep.
Well, you know what you did.
I didn't do shit. My dad did it.
How many kids do we have altogether, and how many do we drop off?
You have 4 with you. You dropped off 4?
I think we dropped off like 6.
Well, I don't remember the number you dropped off, but you have 4 with you.
Okay. I'm just gonna put 4 out of 6. Okay. I just had to update my notes. Then we went to the Blue Water Inn. That's in Valakai.
That's the one that
that's
the
where
Ravens run.
Yep. Keepers of the Feathers. And now we are in Valakai.
They have just arrived at Valakai. We ended it with them arriving in town,
Yep.
which I believe, based on the time of day you left and stuff, I'm assuming that you're just getting there at night. I'm assuming you weren't traveling at night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh hell
So-
no!
So
Not
it's
just a place.
you arrive in town and it's just in time for everyone to start considering going to bed.
Oh.
They open the gate for you. per usual, they're pretty familiar with you. They give
Better be. We got
They
the
give-
we got the clues.
they give concerned looks at the children, but not like, what is this? But more like, what the fuck do we do about this? Because they're not confused. They're aware because of Ismark.
Buy this baby. You can have it. We don't want it.
So yeah, anyone have anything else to add?
Oh, I need a beer. I need a good strong ale or something. Wine. Ugh, wine.
Colonel will put his like clap in the back and say like, I know, buddy, I know.
And some food.
I've been short on ale for a while myself. Did we lose Matt? Did we lose Blue Demon?
Oh, I just
Yeah.
noticed.
Oh,
he's frozen.
crap.
Let me see if I can bring him back.
We broke it.
Rip.
Already. We broke it him. His computer, his internet
Oh.
is disconnected. Oh, wow, that sucks.
Rip.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
There's an invitation open for him. All right.
So,
I have every intention of heading back to the inn with our charges in tow.
All right.
Kurdal, what god do you worship? I have been meaning to ask you that.
I worship the best god, Thor.
I kind of rolled
Lord
my eyes.
Smiter of trees and record of your shit.
I've never heard of Thor. Is he a just god, or is he a petty god?
Thor is nothing is anything but petty. He smites evildoers with the hammer of righteousness.
Well, I'm not a religious man, but it's good to know that we have allies of a god at hand.
As soon as you say that, Jit chimes in. You're not a religious man. Do you want to be? You can join the ranks of Belnar.
Or if you're interested in a real god, then you could go for Thor.
Belnar is real. He fights against the injustices brought about by the terror of crumbs.
I don't know about joining any gods. I'm a man of logic. Thinking for myself and...
Oh, Belnar was a very good thinker indeed.
Well, I'll
He would
consider
have
it.
known what to do with these children. He was very nice the last time we got children. I can't do his accent for shit if you haven't noticed. That's what I'm trying to do. And it's just
It works well
a
enough.
model of whatever.
It works.
Hey, the great thing about Thor. All you have to do is follow in his example, and you're basically following the major tenets of the faith.
You just need to fight crumbs to help Belnar.
Crumbs. Why crumbs?
Because they're evil. They came
okay.
for me.
Do you recommend not asking questions you don't really want to know the answers to?
Very well.
My
I'm
children,
hungry.
the crumbs are evil. Isn't that right? And they're all
The
looking
internet
like,
exists,
oh,
you
cool.
stupid ass computer. It is
Welcome
approved.
back. Hi.
Welcome back.
Oh, good. I'm glad I'm back.
Death to the crumbs.
Death to crumbs.
And your invitation?
Yeah, I'm trying to put him on the VC call. Is it calling you?
You might have to log in still.
No, I am logged in. I have it
Oh.
open.
I
I
thought
have
you
it
had to log
set.
in.
It says you're still on the call. That's weird.
Well, I tried calling you here. Try now.
Hang up on me in the call and call me back. It might be screwed up though because I was the one hosting the call because I called everybody else.
You used to
Oh.
call me on your internet. Then you went and did
Alright, someone called.
I apologize.
Calling
I-
on the internet.
Over dinner.
I apologize for that. My computer just decided the internet is not a thing. It's just like the internet. What's that? Like the fuck?
Puppy! I see a puppy! Cute puppy!
Yeah, it's not. I'm not getting a call from VC.
Okay. Try... Try turning it off and then turning it back on. Wow. It's a very IT thing to say. Hello, Mama Blue.
Close, minimize.
Yeah, just
Exit.
entirely.
Yeah. Open back up. Hopefully. Don't make me reinstall you. Okay, I have opened it back up.
Did it work?
Nope.
How about now?
Nope.
On your... if you exit out, it's usually open on your...
I closed it completely. I looked down in the
okay.
lower start bar.
Try,
okay.
Can you try using Task Manager to see if any part of it is still running?
Yeah, good idea.
Alright, I'll close it again.
Sorry, chat. We're dealing with technical difficulties. Or as I like to say, we're experimenting technological differences.
Okay, VC is completely closed. It's not even on Task Manager.
Alright, now we'll open it up and see if you can get back in.
Okay, let's open it back up.
Can't kick him out. I don't know how to kick someone out of the call.
We could
You
just
should just
end
be
the
able to...
call, maybe. Do we want to risk the fucked up setting? Oh no.
If you,
I don't
the
want to
thing
fuck
is,
up
if we,
OBS.
yeah, if we end the call and start it back up, then it just means that you have to reset everybody's cameras.
Well, if I go into a different scene, like back to the starting screen temporarily, in theory the cams won't mess up, but the reason I hesitated was I can't trust my cam to do shit.
True.
Well, I have reopened VC.
Here, let me try something. I'm gonna exit VC. Someone call me back in, okay? I want to see if this works. All right.
Okay.
And that's
Call
when
me
we
back
lost 2 cameras.
I know, right? Like,
I'll call Paul.
Okay.
Beep boop beep boop. Okay, that works.
All right. So they're all in, and now I'm going to try to call the demon. No, I think it's just Matt. It's just Blue Demon.
Whoopee!
Have you tried your task manager?
Yes, we tried that. That's the thing we
Mm.
just did.
Well, the other option is to just completely restart your computer.
That's what I had to do to get the internet back.
Although, yeah, honestly, I think it'd be better just to drop the call completely and try to rebuild it again. Then.
Well, then it'd probably be best if someone other than me hosts it in case that happens again.
Hmm?
It'd probably be better if someone else hosts the call because in case that happens again, it might fuck the call up again.
Well, you could always just put a candle in your window and carry on.
oh my god.
I don't see all on the Twitch stream. But
You-
also,
What? Oh, no, yeah. Because once he hung up, the cam reset. It automatically fills in. The window capture auto-fills in another cam. That's why there's 2 of you and 2 of me. Because put me into Matt's cam when he left. Put you into Cordell's cam when he left. At this point, we might as well start over the call because half the cams are gone anyway.
Okay.
That's fair
it's
enough.
just
Wait, just
last
give me a
week there was
minute.
no blue. This week there will only be blue.
I'm gonna put it on the starting screen, so hopefully the cams don't need to be reset. And now we can leave. Okay. And now we can leave the BC. But they can still hear us. They just can't see anything.
Yeah, but
Okay.
this is a technology problem because of me, which is usually a thing that I never have to deal
Okay,
with.
hold on.
Like-
Looking at the context list, does anyone else see Blue Demon as having the red symbol?
Hold on, I exited out of VC.
Blue Demon,
Yeah.
log out and then log back in.
How?
Yeah, I see that too.
Is that an
You
option?
still have that.
Hi, PT, by the way. I just
Click
realized I'm
on,
waving at you, but all our cams are gone. Hi. I see you're going to TwitchCon. That's exciting. Speaking of TwitchCon, while he figures out his technical difficulties, everybody should be aware that there is no game next week because next week is TwitchCon! Woo! Which everyone else hates, but I am excited for because I'm going.
I don't hate it.
No, I mean like
I'd
you
suck.
hate that
I wish
we
I
don't.
could go.
No, I meant when I said hates, I meant like because the game is canceled and you're not gonna be there either.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, man, that's
that's
okay.
what the lockout button is.
I have
Sorry.
logged out and logged back in.
Yeah, and I saw nothing happen to your contact thing.
Yeah, it still says.
Yeah.
It shouldn't matter. I called both Pauls while that icon was red.
Hey, call me.
Okay.
Call me maybe.
Okay,
Do,
hold
do,
on.
do,
You're in.
do,
Okay,
do,
you're
do.
here.
Hi.
Now, if I call Blue.
Oh, hi. Oh, wait. I accidentally clicked the wrong
Hold
photo. Oh,
Oh, someone calling me.
okay.
Hello.
Okay,
And that
I
works.
see-
Hey, there we go.
I see everybody.
Nice.
That works.
I
You're not
am
such a-
very. I very much apologize for that.
That's
That's a
okay.
very rare occurrence for my computer.
I mean, you know
That's
how much
cool.
time we spent on my technical difficulties? I think we can handle you having one technical difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know,
Maybe that-
Paul's internet is gonna go out next.
Hey, don't jinx it. Stop.
Oh,
Hey, she didn't
yes.
say which Paul she meant.
Oh,
My
yeah.
new place is gonna have Google Fiber.
One of the balls.
Okay, everybody,
Nice.
everybody, cross your fingers that I don't have to reset all the cams when I switch back to the overlay setting. Oh, good. The only one I need to reset is me and Matt, because for some reason it's just my forehead.
Ooh, new
And
guy?
I'm not there.
And they still put me in Matt's cam.
Get out of new guy's cam.
Properties. This is not Blue Demon.
Oh, it's because yours is big, like Matt's earlier.
Not that one. This.
Are we on the starter screen still?
No.
Nope, we're back in the regular
Oh, okay.
stream.
Alright. So, Colonel,
Alright?
what are we going to do with all these children?
That's a very good question. There, I think it'd be wrong of us to ask Karina to continue to take care of more of them. I'm thinking we should try talking to the burgomaster about maybe getting something official set up.
And then, just assume that anytime I'm speaking in character, this is Jit, okay?
Okay.
What about the Ravens?
The Ravens can.
10 out of 10.
I think they have 7 now.
Thank you.
7 children plus Kitty. A bit much to ask for anyone to keep track of.
No. Kitty is with Irina.
Aye.
I agree with the pixie. I thought that the girl who thinks she's a cat is with Irina.
Aye, that's true.
We
I guess we could
put
ask them
the
to
Ravens.
take care of these 4.
Maybe the Ravens could have room for children. They are a whole group, aren't they?
Aye, that's a good point. We'll give them an ask. We'll head over
Are
there.
any of these people dead-eyed like a lot of the people in this land? Like I've noticed? Like the burgomaster?
Basically, for the most part, half the population is soulless.
Basically, everyone without a character name is soulless.
Is the burgomaster dead-eyed?
Not from what you've seen.
Oh, I was asking Kurdo.
Oh.
Yeah, the burgomaster seems to have a soul.
He's just fucking psycho. If you remember the interactions that you've had with him.
Did
I mean,
hold
the
on?
only thing we
Did Emlyn meet the burgomaster? I don't think I did.
I don't remember if Elman
Yeah,
said
I
it.
don't think I did. That's
interaction with them was when he had that guard dragged from a horse because
Because he laughed at the ceremony.
because the ceremony failed because he failed
Because
to
it
light
rained.
because it was raining and he failed to light the bonfire. And then the guard laughed at him and he ordered the guard dragged from a horse. And then Curdle lit the bonfire for him with sacred flame.
And Steve was too busy staring at the horses.
Yep, I'm pretty sure that's the only interaction we've ever had with the burgomaster.
The Burgermaster?
Burgomaster.
yes, the burgomaster.
Burgomaster Ronald.
Like mayor, but a funny name.
Yeah.
The one that you were talking to get that extra child was a burgomaster of that town.
Oh.
But they're talking about the Valakai burgomaster. No, the Valakai burgomaster is just fucking psycho.
Yeah,
Haven't
and as a
spoken to
result,
him.
we've been trying to ignore him.
Whatever we do, I just want to get out of here. I hate this place.
We'll drop the children off and then we'll see maybe about following up another lead. Do you have the list?
List?
Somewhat out of character. Do you have the? I'm pretty sure you wrote down the
Oh.
list. I'm
Of
just
what?
is that we had.
Everything
Oh,
that
yes.
Machine Guns Planetar told us.
I only have like 1, 2, 3, 4 actual names. But I have a list of the ages. Here, hold on.
No. A list of things we're from our Planetar info dump.
Did you lose that list when you lost your
Oh.
data?
Yeah, I did.
I
Oh,
I
haven't
did. I
yet.
don't have that list.
I'm gonna give it to you again, and so someone write it down. Multiple people write it down. The only reason I'm saying this is because your note taker had technical difficulties. Okay.
Yeah, fucking computer. Okay, writing.
Find the holy symbol by a guy named Nimble Knobs.
Hold on. Nimble Knobs.
Yes, that's his actual in-book name.
Nice. Great name. Wizards. Great name.
Uh-huh. I have to admit, okay, literally, that card reading was, like, mixed up and random, but I may have rigged it so that you guys visit Nimble Knobs. Okay, let's be real.
Hey, why not?
People
Alright.
read decks of many things all the
Because
time.
Nimble Nog is a pseudonym for Strahd.
2, name drop for Esmeralda, the vampire huntress.
Wait, I thought we already encountered a vampire hunter, didn't we?
No, we talked to the werewolf hunters.
No, you encountered a vampire hunter.
Oh, the old guy at
the
the inn.
bard, right?
Not
Right.
Esmeralda.
Yeah, the old
Yeah.
guy at the inn.
Okay.
Rictavio,
Next.
who's next on the list. Rictavio.
That guy, yeah, Rictavio. We talked to
How
him.
you spell, how you spell that?
That wasn't his name though, if I remember correctly.
Rictavio. I don't remember if it's his name or the other one, but he has 2 names, a fake one and a real one. I don't remember
Okay.
which
Yeah.
one Rictavio is.
Well, what was the other one?
It was something like
What's his?
something German, wasn't it?
I can look it up, but not right now.
Van Schnitzel?
Van Joe?
The Mad Mage.
That one I remember. I remember the Mad Mage.
What about the Mad Mage?
He's a
Find
mage
the
and he's
Mad
mad.
Mage.
Don't-
Find.
I think that was don't go
Okay.
there unless you have the ability to remove curses.
Which we don't at this point.
Okay, next.
Pretty sure the Mad Mage was don't go there unless you can remove a curse.
The Wolf Hunters, which you already
Which
talked
we just
to.
finished.
Mm-hmm.
The toy store, which Jit took care of.
Blinsky is no fun, is no Blinsky.
Yes.
The
Okay.
Blinsky,
That's
right.
the place where you told me to improv something, so I don't know. but it's on the list because you were like, you should make something up for him. I was like, fine.
She also mentioned a bunch of shit inside of Strahd's castle, like the stone that takes damage for him, and the fact that he likes to invite specific people to his castle for like dinner parties or some shit.
Next is I don't even know how to say this. I'm just gonna spell it. ArgynVostholt.
Argynvostholt?
Argynvostholt. I don't know.
Okay.
That's
So
not,
find-
That's not the wrong way to, that's not the wrong
find
way
this
to pronounce
person.
It is now.
Angry German.
I don't know what that was, to be honest. I'll have to look in my notes, but
Okay.
I'm just looking at the list, not like details.
All right.
Okay. Good thing you had.
Kresik, which is the only town you hadn't visited yet. So you
Okay.
got that.
Visit.
Well, that's the one you just came from.
Oh, right.
It was on the list
Oh,
because it was the
okay.
only one you hadn't visited.
Okay.
Okay, so we can check that one off.
Yep,
The
done.
Amber Temple
Okay.
and the Werewolf Den.
And we just finished that as well.
Oh, I guess the hunters and the werewolf den were more or less the same thing.
Yeah, I paired the two together and I just crossed off werewolf hunters.
Oh.
That's your list.
All right. Done.
All right. I think we should have a planning session to decide what we're going to be doing next.
At dawn we plan.
Well, I think we should plan and eat something and possibly drink something. 'Cause I'm
You don't have to
hungry.
tell me twice.
I also need to stop by the toy store in the morning.
Of course. Are we there yet?
What? You're in town. You're just kind of standing in the main tight square
All right.
area.
Let's go to the inn tonight. We'll ask the Ravens if they can take care of the children. At the very least, we can get some food and drink and do our plans.
All right, let's go. And then I start walking somewhere, kind of, not in the direction of the inn.
Colonel goes, "Where are you going?"
Oh, right, it's that way. And then I go the right direction.
Another wrong direction.
You're standing at the four-way intersection, you have to go left, you go straight first, it's like, no, wait, it's this way, then you go right. It's like, no, it's this way, and then you go the correct direction.
Exactly.
It's like, ugh. I'm just following.
So you arrive at the inn then. It's the same as literally always. There are the same people sitting around, except for one woman you don't recognize.
Ooh, what does she look like?
That's a good question.
What does she look like?
What's her mannerisms look like?
She's okay. So she's got brown hair, and she's sitting in a corner with her back to the corner, just sort of watching the room. She's eating, but she's sort of hunched over her plate a little.
Prison style? Yeah, the prison.
Defensively. And she's eyeing everyone there, even though they're not really doing anything. She's very clearly distrusting of other people. She sees you come in, and she immediately notices and perks up and is like, new people. Blue, would they be especially obvious? Like, is everyone else in this inn soulless, or?
They're not soulless, but they're not adventurers either.
Okay, so they're not
just
the only
Icona
people in the
still
room
in
who
the
are.
tavern.
Yep, it's right here.
Oh, that's so sad.
Oh,
Who's Icon?
Jit.
shit. Jit the shit.
Shit the shit. Shit the shit.
Sorry, I didn't mean to talk
wanna
over
make
you.
it-
I just turned everyone into the map and was like, oh shit.
I'm gonna tell you right now that as soon as you see Miles walk into the bar, he's obvious as shit. His clothes are in tatters. He's only wearing like mostly like a very loose fitting pair of like silken pants, very little armor. He's completely topless. The only thing he's got on his upper body is a shoulder pauldron that's holding a leather strap to his belt. That's all he's got on his upper body. He's pale as shit. He's got very, very unkempt white hair, and his eyes are blank white.
Oh yeah, let's describe what you see when you come
Interesting.
when you go in. I think at the lead of the group would be a dwarf, brown hair, bushy beard, wearing a set of chainmail armor. He's got a holy symbol of some kind, on his chest. I don't know if you would know the symbol of Thor. It's basically just a hammer and a lightning bolt, but
No, she definitely wouldn't.
but it doesn't take it doesn't take a genius to figure out this guy might be a cleric. He walks up, he notices you. You can tell he's noticed you, but he's sort of like there's someone new here, and then walks up over to the bar, trailed by we also have 4 children in tow who look a bit worse for wear.
Oh, they're
Well,
still
5
with
if
you.
you count.
Oh, yeah, I guess they would
5
still
if you count the halfling.
be.
Don't forget the
Blue.
pixie. He is still at the party. Yes.
Can I do a perception check to like sniff the air,
Sure.
see what I smell?
Sure.
Cool. I happen to have advantage on that, so give me
You
2
should
seconds.
totally reenact
Oops.
what it looks like when you sniff the air.
Oh, I will. I accidentally hit it twice, so
That's
I guess it's
12.
just yeah. But yeah, so you guys walk in, and she's sort of huddled down, and she sees you, and she just goes.
That's
but-
kind of cute.
With that, would she be able to tell that the kids just came from den?
I'd say it's confusing, but like in a way you could tell that they were around wolves and stuff, and you're like, why do they smell so strongly of wolves? Because it doesn't
Yeah.
quite smell like they actually are werewolves. So it's more like what the fuck is going on, but not in a way that's like you failed, so you don't know shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'll
Yeah.
probably smell blood too.
Probably.
Oh,
We
They
smell
they
of
very strong.
werewolves.
They smell very strongly in general of
Just in general.
adventurers that do fighting and shit. Children that haven't been in the best conditions, and this weird kind of like an aura of wolf smell, kind of like it's not coming from them, but it's like around them.
Okay.
If that makes any sense at all.
Yeah.
And a faint whiff of beer.
I don't know how the beer smell survived this long.
Not from me.
Because there's no beer in Barovia.
I don't smell like beer
This is
or
true,
wine.
but dwarves consume such prodigious quantities of it. The smell will pretty much last for the rest of his life.
They just naturally smell like beer. You don't even have to drink it. They just naturally smell like it.
And they
So-
all go up.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
guessing, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I'm guessing you pretty one track, like, head for the bar to go talk to is the wife this time. To go talk to her, get drinks, whatever. Like, no dilly-dallying around the bar or anything. You just go,
Miles-
okay, bar.
Miles again is just doing his best to keep Ghidorah under control and the kids under control.
Yeah, basically, it's like, hi, we're back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we've managed to deal with our problem. He'll
Are you talking- Are you
who's
talking
behind
to
the
the
bar?
barkeep? It's the
Yes.
wife this time.
Oh, the wife?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, she seems to be the brains behind the operation.
Mhm.
He'll say, looks like we managed to deal with your werewolf problem.
Oh, is this the children result of The werewolf problem.
Aye, these are some of the children who've been kidnapped. They weren't taken from around Kresik. So they don't have any particular place to go. I was hoping you'd be able to do something for them.
Right, they weren't taken from Kresik. Where were they taken from?
All over.
Some of them apparently were taken from outside Barovia.
What? Can
Wait,
the wolves
hold
leave
on, out of character.
Barovia too?
That was the thing, right?
Yes, that was a thing.
That is what they said. They said they were from places that were definitely out of Barovia.
Mm-hmm.
Can I interject here for a second?
Yeah, you can speak up.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
while you
We're
guys
not
are
trying to keep it secret.
starting this conversation, Virginia's definitely gotten up from the table and is actively like walking a small circle around the children, sniffing them. not like up in their faces or anything, but just kind of like sniffing the air as
Did you
she
drop
walks
yourself on
around.
the map?
Do you have
Amanda,
a
drop-
token?
Did I
Yeah,
have a token?
I was about to say that. So, can you drop your token in the?
We forgot to make a token for me, but
Do you want me to just pick
I-
a random token, or do you?
I'm gonna be like right.
yeah, pick a random one for now.
Who spun me?
Ellen, can you move a little? I'm probably gonna be right up at the bar with her.
I'm probably like a little bit away from the bar, keeping track of the
You
children
guys-
as best I can.
Can you move Jit?
I can move Jit.
Yeah, you can put Jit where you want.
Yeah,
Then.
I can't be currently right in front of her, where I'm gonna be.
Hold on. Was Colonel were you asking me that in character?
No, I was asking you out of character.
Oh.
Because Colonel would have like walked straight in and done like a beeline directly for her.
Oh, I took. So, you see in the line of kids, this little halfling, like beeline, almost pushing the kids out of the way, and like going straight for the bar, like climbing up the bar stool,
He's
sitting
the bully
down.
kid.
No, it wasn't like intentionally pushing him. He was just like bolting to the bar. He just sits on there and just waits to talk.
Oh my god, that looks like a rug.
Is that supposed to be a wolf?
That's a wolf, and it got blown up to fit into a square, so it didn't work.
Oh wow,
I like it.
Come on.
it's a well, nice.
Do we have like kids, or should I start drawing freehand?
Just draw
boy.
the kids.
Just draw the children.
Just draw the children. I'm not finding a token for the
Pretty good.
fucking children.
Ah.
Let me
Yeah.
see.
Okay, it's
changes.
children.
Okay.
Child 1.
Anyone should
child
be
2.
able to move the wolf now. Can you move your? Can you move?
Yes.
Your, okay, good.
Yeah, cool.
Oh
no. 3.
One more.
Ah!
Child 4.
That's it. That's all we got. We only have 4.
I like too how it's like the hardest to see color.
Hmm?
You did it
Yeah.
in yellow on like a tan background.
Oh yeah, that's a fair.
This stream
I
is
think
not ADA
can I change
compliant.
that?
Well, anyway,
Regardless.
No.
So
Miles will probably notice the fact that this person from the bar has started to circle these children.
Yeah. So she hears you. Shoot, what was it you would reject it? Think about a werewolf problem.
Yeah, I think the only sentence you probably heard was, "We solved your werewolf problem." And then, are these the kids that were taken?
Mm.
are these the
Like-
children that are the result of the werewolf problem?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So she's just like sniffing around them, and then sort of, I guess Miles takes notice and turns to look at her. She sort of.
He'll almost step up to you. He's not gonna like just turn and look at you. He's gonna step up and he's gonna say, "Something the matter?"
She's just gonna like lock eyes and sort of stand up straight and go, "Doesn't seem to be."
As you lock
Just
eyes, you
checking.
notice that his eyes are blind.
Yeah, they're just stark white. There's no
That's a
iris,
good
there's no
point. She
pupil.
never would have seen that before. I'm sorry. She's not react that way. Instead, she reacts, huh.
And you also get the sense that he's not looking you in the eye, he's just looking at your face in general. Kind of thing. Because obviously he can't see.
Mm.
You also notice being this much closer to him that he's just covered in battle scars. He's his hair is a mess. His clothes are a mess. His hair is a mess. His clothes are a mess.
He never
The clothes
learned
he's
how to
wearing.
dodge.
Oh yeah,
The
they're
o-
gonna make a great pair.
the only two things about him that look even remotely decent are a necklace that he's wearing with an emerald gem, similar to the thing I'm wearing now, but it doesn't hook, it's just straight down, and then a black matching bracelet with a purple gemstone in the center. Those are the only two things he has that look pristine.
Nothing about Virginia looks pristine at all. It's clear.
I wouldn't know
the
anyway.
shit sleeps in the woods.
I wouldn't know anyway.
Fair point. So she sort of jumps at seeing his eyes, then replies, "Nope, no problem here."
Seem to be circling the children.
They smell funny.
Yeah, so do a lot of people.
Fair point. I heard something about a werewolf problem.
Killed a few.
Good.
Terrorizing the town, kidnapping children. These are the ones we managed to save. What's it to you?
Pens? Were there any non-werewolf wolves there?
Yes, there were. Just out of character.
Oh, she's legitimately asking.
Yeah, no, I'm saying is like just reminding them out of character. There were regular wolves in there.
Yeah, there were. There was just regular wolves, right? I don't
I'd
think
like
there was
to
a
point
dire
out-
wolf.
I would like to point out that the regular wolves, it was just regular wolves, they all left. After the pack rearrangement happened, they just left.
I thought Kurt all killed them all.
No, the regular wolves.
Yeah,
There
when
No, there were a
when-
few that weren't killed.
Regular wolf. Regular wolf.
were they like in the group that came back?
There was a few.
Oh yeah.
Okay, because I know there were quite a few that were guarding the cave.
Yeah, no, those are dead. The ones
Yeah, those
I
that
remember my holy aura just going like, die.
Yeah, no, the ones that were with the hunting party. Because the hunting party you didn't fight because of the one-on-one.
Okay.
Those survived, and then they just left when the pack was rearranged.
That's odd.
Mostly werewolves, a few regular wolves, and a bunch of kidnapped children. What of it?
Did the regular wolves survive?
Some of them.
She kind of looks a bit, well, not that it matters to you, but she
I just don't. I can see the way I can see your posture. I can't see your facial expression, but I can see your posture
Gotcha. She
because I have
gets a
blind
little-
sight.
But you don't know he can't see your expressions exactly. You might
True.
suspect it, but
Oh, she wouldn't know at all.
Mhm.
She's probably never met someone who's blind before. So she gets a little solemn for a moment and then sort of goes, okay. And then she just goes, wait, you saved these kids? None of them, well, you're sure none of them were bitten, right?
Yes, we're sure.
wasn't one of them bitten?
One of them was. We managed to cure him.
Right. I fixed him because it was like it was a curse, and it was like weak curse or something.
Okay. She takes another big sniff just to kind of reassure herself, and then goes, "Okay. Well, good luck with those. any idea where other werewolves might be?
I'm gonna,
Um,
No,
I'm gonna DM Virginia, but keep going.
Oh,
I turn around after uh ordering a I almost want to say pint, a wine and 2 meals, which Blue, if you can let me know how much that is. And I'm gonna say out loud, is it good for Ben to know the content? Jit knows exactly what I'm saying. Out of character, I'm speaking in Thieves' Cant. And
Okay.
basically, I just said, is it foolish to tell him about the victims and our situation to this new person?
Jit goes. I don't know. I like everybody. I
Also,
feel like that's something Jit would say. I don't know.
which is
I just
also
like,
the thieves get response for. I don't give a fuck.
well,
No,
I
he
could
was
probably say that
definitely not speaking in Thieves' Cant. I feel like anytime that anyone tries to speak Thieves' Cant to him, he responds just in common.
I just face palm, and then I turn back around. Well, before I turn back around, I just look at this new person. No offense, and then turn back around and look at look at the bartender.
none taken.
If you mean everyone, I mean we trust the Ravens. Jit didn't get the hint to shut up.
Can't tell you where to find werewolves immediately, but if you're looking for some more, I get the feeling we might stumble upon some. It's a possibility.
You like werewolves too?
Not talking to you, Jit.
I
It
like
doesn't
to
matter if you're
spread.
talking to me. I like wolves. See, look at my wolf skull. He pulls off his skull, sets it on the table, lets it go back to normal size. See, wolves.
I've seen it, Jit.
Is it
I have seen it.
Okay, question. Is that a wolf skull or a werewolf skull?
It's a
It
wolf
is a
skull.
wolf skull.
Okay, so not like a human skull. Okay, cool.
No.
She like visibly recoils from the skull in disgust. Just absolute disgust.
Welcome to the extermination crew. Grab a plunger and get ready to go. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, she's just like, what the, why would you carry that around with you? What? Did you
He doesn't just carry it, he wears it.
Yeah, I wear it on my head. It makes me look ferocious. So people know not to mess with me, Jit, the great and powerful follower of Balnor.
I turn back around. Jit the shit, and then turn back around.
No, I just need to slow clap.
Colonel is being
Amazing Jit performance.
part of this conversation.
Thank you very much.
He is very intensely focusing on his conversation with her, so he doesn't have to be a part of this.
Oh, Troll would be proud. You need to send him a clip of that.
If anyone wants to clip it, I'd love you so I don't have to go back and find it. If not, I can find it.
Yeah, so she sort of reaches over and like lightly touches the skull and just goes, poor thing, and then just shakes her head and is like, well, nothing can be done about that now. I do not like werewolves unless they're dead, to answer your question, but wolves deserve better than that.
Not if
I'd
it's
say-
trying to eat you.
I do the best I can to not kill things that aren't trying to kill me. Sometimes it's hard, but like I said, I do the best I can.
Can I do another smell roll?
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you trying to determine whether what I DM'd you is...
Yes.
Alright. 28? That
Yep.
that would confirm that what I DM'd you is definitely true.
Which person do I smell it on?
I don't remember the names.
Okay, just is it one of the kids?
Oh, I thought you meant like which wolf do you smell? I was
Oh
like,
no.
no, yeah, it's just on the kids. It's just in the general. There's not like a specific place, but just
Oh,
the
okay.
kids.
So the conversation's going on, and all of a sudden she just like snaps her head to the left and looks at one of the kids, and then gets super close, like right up next to that kid, and just like sniffs him really hard. And then she's like, "You were around him. There's a black wolf. Did you see a black wolf?" And she just like starts like she grabs him by the shoulders, and doesn't seem to realize that maybe she's being a little too forceful for a child.
Yeah, the kid. I was gonna say the kid definitely breaks out sobbing the instant you get right in their face.
Yeah, as soon as she touches the kid,
Mhm.
Miles will interject himself.
How?
It's like I will physically. It's like separating
Oh.
a fight. It's like I will step between and pull you both apart,
Okay, all right.
and then stand between you and the children.
What are you doing? Get off of me! Oh my god, stop touching me! Who are you?
She sort of like
Lou,
naps
check the 20.
too a little bit and realizes maybe that's not the exact way to handle something with a child. And
Lou,
goes,
check roll 20.
huh?
Lou, check roll 20.
I don't see anything. Oh, did you DM me on Roll20? I'm looking
Yeah.
at the chat's view.
Okay.
That's why I was like, if you want to DM me, it's probably better to.
Do it through Discord.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. The answer is yes. We can
Okay,
find that out.
Well, I wanted to get in on this basically. I was gonna have like for the kid and finish the conversation and walk over.
Okay, we can always backtrack. So let's say your conversation finishes now, and then you can go back to that really quick. Cool.
One last thing.
Also, your forehead is cut off. You have officially reverted back to your old form of cutting your forehead off.
This isn't even my final form.
No, this is.
I love it. Do that.
Don't do that. I'll fucking kill your character right away.
Okay. So basically, so Kurtle will now turn around in the bar and he'll see Virginia, and he'll see you. So you're currently shaking the kid,
Okay.
right?
No, she currently tried to shake the kid, and then Miles pulled them apart like they were about to start a brawl, and now has interjected himself between this woman and this child.
Who is pretty hysterical.
The woman or the child?
Welcome in, Concrete Gnome. Hope you like your stay. The child is hysterical.
Kurtle go. All right, break it up. What's going on?
She just grabbed the kid and started asking questions.
And who in the bloody blue blazes are you?
She kind of gets a little. She just straight up growls. She just goes,
Okay.
Miles will return that, but it will be deep and demonic sounding.
Oh my god. Can we
Go
hear
on.
your
I would love
attempt
to hear
at
this.
growling? Yeah.
Yeah, please growl. Yeah, we need to have a growl.
Growl demonically.
I can't, like, because I can't get it. It's mostly in the throat, so I don't know if the mic will pick it up.
I
Just
believe
try,
in you.
we'll see.
I can't do it. Nope.
Oh, that was enough.
Nope. I'm just like, I don't think I can do it. It sounds demonic in my head, but I don't think the mic is picking it up.
It's fine. We get the gist. I mean, I'm attempting to emulate Jit's accent, okay?
We'll go. Oh, okay. Down. Keep it down, Miles. What?
I'm looking for a set of wolves.
Well, I think you're kind of out of luck then. But what kind of wolves?
Um, various. One that this child saw is a black male wolf, young-ish.
All right. Colonel will go over to will head over to the kid and go and try to calm him down. Like, hey, it's all right. It's all right. She just got a little bit excited. That's all. I don't know why. But...
She's one of them too. She knows the wolves bananas. What is going on? Why are they following us?
I didn't think that she's another werewolf.
First the crows, now the wolves, and now the people versions of the wolves are coming on us.
Breathe, love. Breathe. Not healthy to go with that. It's all right. We're here. You take now. Oh, you're safe. This town is safe. So, do you know anything about this black wolf thingy that she's talking about?
I don't know. There is a lot of wolves.
I don't know. I didn't know if he can help you with that. I mean, there are a lot of wolves in Barovia. I've encountered quite a few so far.
And the wolves in Barovia are not nice. So you don't want to stick around them long enough to see who they are.
He's got a point there. Oddly enough, the werewolves of Barovia are nicer than the wolves are.
The werewolves aren't very nice.
That was true.
They made us fight.
Yeah.
Fight?
Well, we dealt with the one who was doing that. He's gone. He'll never have tried to hurt you again. You'll never have to fight again.
Oh, okay. When can we go home?
I didn't know. But we'll try. But we'll do our best to. We'll do our best to make to help you here and make you comfortable. I've ordered some food for you. Would a hot meal be nice?
Oh, yes, please. I'd like to
Alright.
point out that all of the food is free for you guys because it comes with your room and board.
Woo!
You just have to pay for your alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Food is free.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, even for heroes of the town, they know better than to let us drink for free.
Oh yeah. You don't ever give the heroes of the town everything for free. That's a terrible idea.
And they feed the children for free with your room and board because the amount of food they have to give to satisfy Jit at this point, they're like, fuck it, just give more food. Because didn't Jit eat like 5 bowls of food last time?
Ow!
We'll take a look over and say like, we'll take a look over and say, I didn't think I've seen you here before. We've been here a while ourselves.
I don't tend to stay in town very often.
It's a bit of an odd thing. You from Barovia then?
No. No.
Join the club.
No, not this.
Oh, you came in
godforsaken
through the
place.
fog as well.
Yeah.
Another
Yes,
lost soul.
we did.
Another lost soul seeking guidance.
We.
What were you doing when you came through the fog? Do you have crumbs in your pockets like the last guy who came through the fog?
Jit, calm down.
Clubs?
Crumbs.
Oh,
If
crumbs.
you ignore most of the words that come out of him, you'll be a far happier individual.
Hey, that's mean, Colonel. Belnor would never say that to me.
Curdle's not Belmar.
Well, Curdle actually looks a little bit, has looks a little guilty at that. You're right, Jed. I'm sorry.
I get done eating. Oh, sorry.
Elman's just ignoring all of this.
I just get done eating and I turn around on my seat. So, you aren't from here, and you came in through the fog, like everyone else here. So, my question is, why are we brought in from our respected places of birth to this dreaded land from... Oh, wait, not from... that ended it, sorry.
Because life has fun ways of saying, here's your life, here's bullshit.
I actually
Well-
have a bit of a theory. Go
Well,
on.
well, well, what were you doing when you came into the fog? I was fighting goblins. What were you doing? Maybe there's a similarity.
Flagrant overestimation of what was going on.
We were being chased. And we took a wrong turn. And now we're here.
Where's everybody else? There's more?
Do you have someone else with you?
Not anymore. I'm alone now. I'm trying to find them though.
I'm sorry. Curdle will do one of those shoulder pat things,
She kind of what's the right
or
word?
at least to move toward it.
Like as his hand comes toward her, she flinches away for a second and then remembers
Stop.
that this is a normal thing and then stops herself and accepts it. But
He'll stop for a
Definitely.
second and then he'll go pat pat and then a little surprised himself. I know the feeling. I've lost far too many people so far in this cursed land.
she her demeanor changes from being frustrated to sad and sympathetic and she says, sorry to hear that.
I didn't know if you have. Do you have any housing around here or any kind of living situation? I mean, I don't think it's wise to be out in the wilds here in Barovia.
I can survive on my own when I need. It has been easier staying amongst the humans, though.
But do you have anything set up for yourself?
No, not at this exact moment in time. I had just gone into this town.
Well, suppose we could try to help you find some form of permanent housing. I think there's still some empty houses in town. I know Arena and Ismark settled in a set.
Oh, I don't think anyone's going to give me a house. I have no money to pay them.
Well, we can help you with that, I suppose.
Speaking of money, I was trying for a derby. I lost my derby, and I ended up here.
Your
derby?
Darby.
Oh, I'm sorry. That means easy money.
Oh, and what language?
It goes completely over her head.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
Easy money.
No.
Were you going and fishing? You just had to sit
I
there and wait.
again face palm as I'm muttering, "Jid, you should know this." God, it's below.
Just
I
not
was just
very roguish of a rogue.
He is one level of rogue.
Yeah. So
I
he's
think you picked that up in Barovia too.
No, I think his rogue level was his original level.
Okay.
With his fae kind of trickster type of background. And then he was like, fuck this shit, I want to smash shit. And then he was barbarian instead.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he has 1 point of rogue.
All right. Girdles. As for me, I was going out to the human lands on the orders of the High Priest of Thor. When I was traveling, I was overtaken by the fog.
Fog seems to be the common factor.
The fog appears to be under the control of the dread lord of this realm.
It-
Vampire.
It's best not if we say his name.
You
We
mean
might.
Strahd?
Oh God. Below. Shit. Really? Shit.
What? We're safe here.
Sure.
And
They
if I
didn't
believe-
come for us. He didn't come for us until we left the town, and then he burned
Well-
everybody.
Well, yes. So this evil jerk is running this land. And the question is why he brought us to this land and how the hell we're getting out.
I have a theory, but it's not entirely true, sir. But it seems in Barovia there are a limited number of souls. New souls aren't created here when people are born. Well, they can only be recycled in when people die. I think that what Strahd might be doing is pulling people into this land to increase the number of souls here. It's the only explanation I have for why the werewolves were able to bring children in.
Wait, you think that the werewolves went and picked children, and it wasn't just the children wandering in the fog?
Well, I suppose the children could have been brought in by fog too. I've got no evidence one way or the other.
And one of the kid that was hysterical was like, I wasn't walking in fog. I'm not stupid.
All right then. Guess actually, it's a good question. Where were you when you were? What happened? How did you end up here?
Well, I was playing hide and seek in the woods, and then there were wolves, and my friends ran away, and I was trying to find them, and then the wolves came, and they weren't wolves in that minute, and they were nice looking people, and they were like, we can help you find your friends. And then we were walking, and then there was fog, and then I was walking in fog, but only because the adults were telling me to. And then we were in there, and then they made us fight, and it was not so good anymore, and they weren't so nice.
So the werewolves can leave Barovia?
Seems like it.
I wish they had mentioned that.
Oh, they can definitely leave. They're the ones who chased us in here.
Oh, were you chased in by werewolves?
Yeah. We were, she thinks for a moment and goes, we were traveling to a new home, and we were going through the woods, and we realized we were being chased or stalked, and we tried to get away, but unfortunately we ran into the fog thinking it would give us cover, and then we were here.
Fell right into the trap.
Yes. Yes, we did.
Well, as near as we can tell, no one goes in or out of this realm without the permission of the Dark Lord. Except maybe the werewolves. Maybe they're involved in it. I don't know. I didn't know. I didn't hear one way or the other. But yeah. So you may be stuck here permanently.
Congratulations.
That's
may-
why
Are we
I had
gonna-
no plans of leaving till I found my family.
Are we gonna spout exposition, or are we gonna get to doing something?
Well,
By
yeah.
all means, choose a heading. The angel gave us so many.
There's angels here?
One.
You weren't
Don't know
there.
where it went.
Oh wait, no, is this the kid saying that?
Yeah.
Aye,
Sorry.
yeah, the forces of good are not entirely impotent in this land. We've actually been able to make quite a few differences ourselves.
Hi, Oni.
Oni, what's up, dude?
Anyhow, so although that said, so what? Actually, I didn't even think I asked you your name.
Yeah, I don't think you did yet. Virginia?
Virginia. Eh? All right.
Virginia of the Wood, but most humans just shorten that Virginia Wood.
Humans? You look human.
She sort of looks down at herself like she kind of forgot and goes, I'm not used to living around humans.
Ah, all right.
Well,
Does that mean that
well
you live
met.
with pixies?
she kind of looks Jit over and goes, no, I'm sorry. I've been taught that this is sometimes rude to ask, but what exactly are you?
A pixie! That's why I asked, because I want wanted to make sure that you knew that I was better than any pixies you live with. I am bigger and stronger.
You're the only pixie I've met, so you must be the best.
You're
That
the
would be true for
best.
me as well.
Hurrah.
Victory by default. Jit, it's the best kind of victory.
For the record books.
Well met. I'm Evelyn.
Nice to meet you.
Is it
Miles.
Evelyn? I thought it was Elman.
Oh, Elman, sorry.
Okay, it's,
Sorry.
I thought I heard
Elman.
you. I'm like, what?
Kurt calls you
I just assumed
I
I was
had
reading.
so many names in my head.
I was just making sure it wasn't me that was wrong.
No.
Name's Miles. Miles Wolf.
I'm Jit. Or how does he say? Isn't it Yit? I'm Yit. Yit the Brave of Belnar.
He is literally one of the strongest things in the that I've seen in this entire area here. He is well worth it.
It's nice to meet you all.
Mhm.
She says sort of disjointedly, as if she's trying to remember exactly what to say.
If you're looking for a black furred wolf, we've been traveling quite a bit. You might as well stick with us. We're bound to find them at some point.
Oh, hold on, DM question. Can can Colonel tell if she's like a seasoned adventurer like them at all? Or if she's more civilian? Can you even roll a perception for that?
Sure.
Because that'll change how he reacts to her, going beyond that. Because so far I've been making it so that he thinks that she's someone like that he has to help. All right, so just perception.
Yeah.
12.
I mean, it's not amazing, but she's not just like civilian level. You get the sense that she's not really used to civilization, so your best guess is maybe she spends a lot of time in the wilds. Whether or not she's an adventurer, you don't know, but...
But given that she spends a lot of time in the wild, you can infer she can fend for herself.
That's what I was
Right.
trying to say. You get the gist that you don't really know what she is, but she can probably take care of herself enough.
And she is wearing a little bit of armor, so
Virginia, I have a proposition for you.
go on.
You're looking for this black wolf thing, right?
Yes.
Would you be interested in perhaps traveling along with us as we go through? We do a great bit of traveling around the realm and trying to right wrongs and make things better for life for the people who live here in Barovia. You might find it, and I'm certain we could certainly use more strength in our group.
Aye.
I'm just imagining Miles sitting there staring daggers into Curdle's skull, but like without actually staring, just like his mentality, energy, just like I literally just said that too.
She gives it a thought for a moment, and then she goes, "Well, you've certainly had a little more luck than I have recently, so sure, I can tag along for a bit."
All right.
Well, with that, and I look at Miles, and as you said, we should pick one thing from the angel lady. I kind of think about it for a minute. That Esmeralda lady sounds kind of interesting.
But we only have the name to go off of.
Well, maybe someone, and I like to turn to the bartender. Crap, I forgot her name.
I don't remember her name.
The woman of the keeper of the feathers.
I get
leader.
who you're talking about. I just don't remember her name.
Do you know anyone in this area named Esmeralda?
No. Do you have more information on her?
Just a name.
Vampire hunter, apparently.
Vampire hunter.
Do you know anyone who would know this Esmeralda?
Perhaps the crazy bard man who seems to have traveled all over?
Bardman. Oh yeah, I need to talk to him again.
Is he
Yeah.
still here?
Maybe he knows her.
Yeah, he's turned in for the night.
We can speak to him tomorrow morning, I think.
Concrete is asking a question in chat for you, Blue.
I am not monetized. No need to make donations. If you want to donate, look up Illinois Miss Amazing and donate to them. I work for them. Well, volunteer work, but I work for them and you should volunteer. I mean, donate to them. There we go. I mean, you can volunteer too if you want, but...
Well, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I don't know about you, but we've got a lot to do in the morning. Good night. And I just walk off.
That certainly sounds reasonable. Kurt will look around. Does anyone else have anything important?
It's just, like, gorging himself, like, basically taking a bath in a bowl of some sort of stew or something.
That's disgusting.
Jit is a disgusting creature.
Even though
Jit looks
even though Miles has 360-degree vision because he has blind sense and tremor sense, he will do his best to ignore the fact that Jit is currently bathing in a bowl of soup that he is also most likely eating.
Yeah, he's not just in there to swim, he's like in there trying to eat it while he's in it.
Exactly.
Actually, Jit's gonna poke his head over the side of the bowl and go, "Where are you sleeping, Virginia?"
Sorry. Virginia sort of looks at the door for a moment and goes, probably somewhere. I'll find a nice tree.
Do you want to sleep with me in my bed? I can sit in the corner. I'm very, very tiny. I'm very, very tiny. I don't need a whole bed.
She she thinks it over for a second and goes, maybe when I know better.
I can also go and sleep with Kitty if you want. Or
Insert sex in 70s. If it's getting close to midnight, Miles will start walking out to perform his usual ritual, and he will say, "Nights spent in the trees. I've had nights like that. Nights like that on the road," and then he'll walk out.
Or if you want, you can just have my bed, and I'll go and sleep with Kitty. I'm sure that Irina wouldn't mind if I go and ask to sleep in her room.
That's very kind of you. Thank you. I'll do that.
I just sleep in the communal room. Just go find one of those beds. And he points up the stairs.
Thank you.
I'm sure you'll see someone else going in there. The some of the party has to sleep in there.
I imagine that's exactly where Elman went.
Yeah, follow Elman.
Where I am.
I think that's where Colonel was sleeping too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're all in the room with Elman, but Miles obviously has his midnight ritual to take care of. So he is currently left to go do that.
And Jit goes off on an adventure. You can only imagine how it went. To go and ask Irina if he can come in so he can sleep with Kitty.
Oh boy.
Because of course he's going to ask.
If there's a bed offered, Virgie's gonna take him up on it. 'Cause bed.
Bed.
You You can just choose one of them.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, cause the party's small enough now to fit in the communal room without needing to go into the double rooms.
That is true.
Yeah. There's a door. There. She'll sleep by the door.
Well, we all know that I'm just going to return after an hour has passed. Do my best to not wake everybody up and get into the only bed left.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say you wouldn't need to do anything to not wake them up, cause you're not Curdle with a -1 stealth.
What is Miles' stealth rating?
+6.
Yeah, I'd say you're fine.
I don't know. He might wake Virgie,
That is
But-
a point. Yeah.
but she's not going to ask questions. I mean, he could have been anywhere. She's just
Well-
kind of like going to stir and like try to go back to sleep.
Partway
But she
through
doesn't know any of these people. Kind of on.
Partway through the night, not long, Jit comes in and sleeps on the table in the corner. He was unsuccessful.
Wow.
Oh, for the sake of, I feel like it's always fun to mention, and I always forget it for some reason. When Miles was facing off with you, Virginia, you noticed he had no weapons on him. He was completely unarmed.
Okay. She can appreciate that. So
Oh,
nothing happens tonight?
yeah, no. Paul, want to flashback really quick to your conversation with the wife?
Oh, sure. All right, so I believe we'd gotten up to the point where I said that we'd pretty much dealt with the wolves.
Mm-hmm.
I said. So we found out that the reason the pack was attacking people and taking things was because their leader was a giant.
Dick.
Possum? Yeah, dick. I think. Yeah, dick. It was a giant dick. So what we did is
I'm glad you did it before me.
What? What?
Nothing.
So we had Jit challenge him to single combat, and when he won, we were able to turn the control of the pack over to someone who's a little bit more sensible. So good news is I think we have a werewolf pack on our side now.
That sounds dangerous.
It's not ideal, but if they cause trouble again, we'll come back in, and this time we'll finish them all off.
Well, I certainly hope they're reliable. I don't know about trusting a werewolf pack, but I trust your judgment.
That's what I'd like you to do. If you hear any sign of them going back on their word, I'd like you to get that information to us. Ismark can use his sending stone to call us immediately.
How will we know if they turn on us? You mean send some spies out?
Well, I assume you still you had a few ravens going out and looking around, right?
Yeah, I can make sure that they monitor the wolf pack. We stayed away from them usually.
And I'm not asking you to get closer or anything, just to see if they attack anyone, or if you hear any stories.
If we randomly see any wolves dragging children around, we will let you know.
Thank you. Speaking of these children, would you mind taking care of them for at least for a few days at least? And we're gonna try to work out maybe something more permanent, but obviously we can't keep dragging them around, and I think Arena is full up.
Well, perhaps we could send them to the winery.
I mean, I can think of worse fates.
I mean, they won't have to do anything. There's a million people already doing all of the work. They just could go live with them. They have a lot more space than we do.
All right. Yeah, I think that'll work out nicely.
And I'm sure they could feed them better than us just because they make more of the money from the winery itself, because the alcohol in multiple towns.
Sounds good. Oh, and but also, speaking of feeding, can I get meals for all of the children and my group?
I mean, your mini friend always takes so much food. At this point, might as well give out some more.
All right, thank you. At this point, Colonel will turn around and start see the disturbance, and then that's when he gets involved.
Cool. All right. Why don't we take our break here since it's a good break moment and Miles is gone.
Okay, sounds good.
Yes,
And the
indeed.
same rule
Yeah,
as
I'll go with
always,
that.
if you stay, you talk. Doesn't matter about what.
Oh, are we taking a break?
Yep.
Yeah.
I
If
just
you
got
wait
back
a
from
few
one.
more minutes.
We'll be back in a few minutes. And before I leave, Concrete Gnome, I'm sorry. I have no clue what you're talking about. I'm confused. I'm probably just being stupid. You're where? With what? I'm sorry. What? And now I'm gonna actually go take my break.
Alright, so I put a command on the channel for YouTube. Just want to note that not every session is on YouTube. So he's trying to. I wish I had the technology to edit videos, but I don't. So
The technology.
technology.
We can fix them. We have the technology. We can edit videos.
What
We can
level
rebuild
are you?
it. We can make him stronger, faster.
Oh,
Smarter.
and when I was saying of things to do, I had the list and numbered out, and I quite literally took a D10 and rolled it to kind of pick which one we should do.
I guess that works.
Yeah, because I mean, I've watched some stuff on Strahd, and I know a little bit. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna roll and see what I randomly get.
All I can say is that Miles is not gonna willingly go to the Amber Temple on his own. If you're gonna bring him to any type of temple, you're gonna have to make him go.
Mm,
Demon.
Yeah.
He doesn't do well in temples.
mm,
Unless it's a
true.
temple to a dark god or a demon. He's not gonna be all that happy.
Look, with a name like Amber Temple in Barovia, I'm pretty sure it's to a dark god.
Wouldn't know. All I know is that it's a temple. All Ghidorah knows is that it's a temple, and he don't like temples. Holy places in general are just bad. He doesn't like them.
So, is there any questions from the chat? Questions from the chat. This is a great time to ask any questions about characters or D&D or anything related.
It seems Concrete Gnome is trying to make donations.
Yes,
Or a
thank you very
donation.
much. That's awesome.
Cool.
Good on you, Concrete.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
It's very generous of you.
Any questions?
Well, they do have a little bit of a lag.
Yeah, very
Oh, yeah.
short amount of lag.
They're not going to respond immediately.
Oh, I know that. I was just
Doesn't seem like they have
Looking
any
for the hood ring.
questions.
They're just taking a break too.
I have a question for Virginia. She's human?
Yes,
Or is it he or she?
she's human.
Oh, okay. Human, and lycanthrope?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do-
Sorry,
Sorry, go.
I just saw Blue's message.
Oh, how did Miles get into Valakai? Wait, what?
Oh, yeah.
there's a magic barrier around Valakai? As in, are you talking about through the fog or like into the town in general?
Into the town. The town itself is protected
Seemed
by
to be.
bones of someone. We retrieved the bones. I forget who it was.
And these bones keep out.
Strahd.
I'm not Strahd.
Mhm.
I'm not with Strahd. I'm not associated with him in any sort of way. So I guess,
Maybe that's it.
if anything, I want him dead. Because when I got here, you guys told me I'm here because of him, and I don't want to be here. And if I have to, if the only way to leave is to kill him, I want him dead. I've got other shit to do
Line.
in not Barovia.
Mm-hmm. Get in line. Take a number.
I will.
Hey guys, I'll be right back. I need to take a little break.
As for how Miles got into Barovia in the first place, through the fog, well, obviously he didn't know that there was fog present, and he was probably just... Valakai is protected by the consecration of the area of a saint's bones and generally keeps demons out, including Strahd. Well, Ghidorah and Miles are like 1.5 entities. We're not completely separate, so I guess the idea is he's deep enough and well and connected enough to me that the bones can't tell the difference.
Oh, that's cool.
Maybe it's like he's being, you went in, you dragged Ghidorah along.
Yeah, or it's more like I
Ghidorah
have to.
can't seize control of you while you're in Valakai.
Yeah, it's probably more like he can't manifest himself while in town.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more like just I have to drag him in here, like dragging a screaming child into like the doctor's office or the dentist's office.
Now I want to see a picture of that.
But yeah, how Miles got into Barovia through the fog is probably just as simple as A, he was not aware that there was fog present, and B, he was probably just traveling from one town to the next, because he was relatively nomadic in the most recent years of his life, just moving from place to place.
So, Concrete Gnome apparently played the original Ravenloft, which I find fascinating.
Oh, the original Ravenloft game?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh!
Yeah. Sorry?
I was wondering how much. I was just wondering if you. I can't see the chat because I'm not in there or anything. I was wondering if he said how this one measured up.
I asked him if he enjoyed, or if they enjoyed it. Said that I've heard wonderful things, and they said then there was a boxed set and a bunch of novels and modules. Yeah.
Well, this is one such
There's a
module.
lot based on Ravenloft.
Yeah, this is one such module. We're all old in a way, Concrete Gnome. It's just a matter of, like, what kind of old you are, I guess, if that makes any sense. For example, I'm a 90s kid, so I remember, like, the original Pokemon, and those are, like, the only 150 that I can name, like, by heart because of the Poké-Rat, because I fucking learned that shit. along with a show on Nickelodeon that was called Rocket Power, Jimmy Neutron, and when Cartoon Network was actually good, because it had shit like Ed, Edd and Eddy, Dexter's Laboratory, and Courage the Cowardly Dog, and it didn't have the shit that it has now, like Clarence, Amazing World of Gumball, and this other bullshit.
Steven Universe.
Oh,
I actually like Steven Universe. Steven Universe is good.
Steven Universe is amazing.
I liked Steven Universe. I'm kind of cooled on the show in recent seasons.
It's actually become a very like drama-filled show in the most recent seasons. Like, damn,
shit's gone down. So much shit's gone down.
One problem I have with the show in general is just that the creators of it seem to be unwilling to actually have a villain and stick with them.
This is true.
Yeah, but part of the reason for that is that they try to use the show to show alternative conflict resolution because it is still a children's show. So they still try to show kids there are different ways to handle problems and disagreements. It's how you can talk things out instead of necessarily fighting them out. And you can change people's minds, you can help you. And
Oni, you
kinda
have
like
Hero
that.
Quest too? Hero Quest was the shit.
Well, a good example of that, like, think of like look at how they resolved Jasper.
Mm,
They
Which-
because there was no way that they could change Jasper's mind, so they just stuffed her in a bubble.
yeah, but they're also exploring that lately. You got to catch up. But
Is
they
Jasper
are
out
going
again?
into. Sorry,
Is Jasper out again?
Jasper. No, but they're exploring
The last
how.
It's a
the
that's
last one I saw was the debut of
you
White.
you were Amanda, you were walking on very thin ice because I think that might
Yeah.
be considered a spoiler because I know
Yeah,
exactly
that's
what
why I
you're
stopped
talking
myself.
about.
The last
Like-
one I saw was the debut of White Diamond.
Mm.
The debut.
Hmm.
I haven't seen
Wait.
debut of White Diamond.
Well,
Then
then I
you
guess
are caught up, aren't you?
Yeah,
I need to catch up.
Oh.
Apparently, I haven't seen a debut of White Diamond yet.
you are going to be
Okay.
very disappointed.
Oh, I was not. That was
I
exactly what I was expecting. Like I called that shit.
That White Diamond was going to be garbage.
Like
Well-
the character that they would give White Diamond, the
Well, my
personality.
problem is that it's not bad necessarily, but it's so much wasted potential. I guess the problem is the story I was writing with the around the universe in my head, is like fan, speculation, just is better than what they put out,
Hmm.
at least in my opinion. I guess my thing there is that people are why are why do the diamonds suddenly care about anything?
What do you
'Cause
mean by
that's-
anything?
Well, okay, so like they learn that. Okay, I don't know if this is spoilers for the chat and everything.
Probably pretty bit. If I know the thing that's about to leave your lips, that's a pretty major spoiler, regardless.
Fair
Yeah.
point. Fair point.
Like-
we can have this conversation
Yeah, we'll have
after
this
Street.
conversation
Yeah.
Like whether they follow the show or not, that's a massive spoiler.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
No matter where you go with that, I probably can't respond without the spoilers.
Exactly.
Steven Universe had a really interesting setup with a unique set of villains and a different way of doing all this sort of stuff. But it's just become so. I guess I understand the idea of alternate conflict resolution, but there are times in people that you're not going to be able to get along with.
Yeah.
That's what they kind of did with Jasper.
Yeah, and they stuffed her in a bubble as a result.
Because
That's sort of a spoiler too, but
That one's so far back, I don't think it technically
Yeah, I think
counts as
it's
a
okay.
spoiler anymore.
I guess
it's
my thing
also
is
what
that-
they do with most of the early villains as well, because it was all corrupt gems.
Well,
But they do note that that's a problem, and
Well,
my
they
thing
want to solve that problem.
Yes.
Do you remember back when Steven first, Steven is trying to break Jasper out of the ship, when back in the jailbreak episode?
When
And
he's trying to
Lapis-
save Jasper?
No, trying to save Lapis.
Lapis.
Oh,
Okay, I was about to
yes.
say
And,
like
and
Jasper.
Lapis is like, we can't fight them. And Steven's like, well, they hurt my arm. They hurt my face. They hurt my friends. They hurt my face. And Lapis is like, I think it was, and that's why we can't fight them. And then Steven's like, that's why we have to fight them.
Yeah.
My thing is that I don't see why the diamonds will ever have a change of heart as far as not growing new gems. That doesn't make any sense from their perspective. And that's the only way they can resolve this and have it be anywhere near satisfying. Without
I
letting the diamonds lose.
I actually kind of agree with him. I don't see the gems having a legitimate change of heart anytime soon.
Well, I mean, like that's how you
Or the
make
diamonds.
That's how you make new gems. Why would they not do? Why would they stop that? It's the only, it's how their species reproduces.
I mean, yeah, but they don't have to do it on a planet
No, they do. They needs to be, and they need to have life there in order to be in order to make gems.
When did they say that?
That's what the whole point of what the kindergarten like killing everything around them was doing.
Well, because it was
Because otherwise, there's no reason for them
I
to.
I think that where you guys are
that's more
dividing.
they're taking the minerals from the ground
Yeah.
and the nutrients from the ground. Kill life, yes. Plant life,
I think I think what you guys are dividing here is they need life on the planet. Nothing has specified it needs to be intelligent life.
This is true.
I think
Although-
that's where you guys are having a division.
Although the crystal gems have never been
Ew.
fighting for the rights of intelligent life.
Welcome back, Stone.
So
Hey,
Why did
pop out for a second. I'll be right back.
But
Okay.
yeah, I have opinions.
what are you guys talking about?
we were talking about Steven Universe?
So I think I've watched an episode of that. Looks
Steven
cool,
Universe.
but
It's a great show. Really because the art style
Need to watch.
is so like bubbly and cartoony that you'd never expect like how dramatic it actually gets, and it gets pretty dramatic.
yeah,
The art style
I'll
is
have to check it out.
There are way too many off-model moments in Steven Universe. Where
I can kind of agree with that.
But they just don't. But they just didn't care.
Yeah, I can kind of agree with that. Where they've had a couple models, and I'm just like, really, like that was all you could think of with that scenario.
Yeah. Plus, they tend to be the animation itself tends to be a little bit static if you look closely at it. I mean,
Just a
paying a lot of attention.
just a tiny bit.
I mean, like, what my main thing is that if you look at it, it's usually completely still backgrounds with only one or two things moving at a time, except for a couple of scenes, which are pretty good scenes. I mean, like, it's not a problem or anything. It's just it just lowers the overall expressiveness of it all.
Well, you also have to keep in mind that the more you animate, that's just more work.
That's also
And
true.
as someone who has animated shit, I can tell you right now, if you don't have to make it move, you don't want to make it move because it's just more work.
Yep.
Because
Yeah, I would not describe it as beautiful animation as a result because of that. I mean, it ain't Disney, put it that way.
it's not Disney, but I would say it's on par with pretty decent animation. It's animation that fits its art style, in my opinion.
It's on par with the Disney animated shows of the '90s, like say DuckTales or.
When Aladdin, Little Mermaid, and Hercules were all running TV
Well,
shows.
I think the art style is totally different
Oh, the art
from
style's totally
shows
different.
like
I'm talking about the animation.
DuckTales.
Yeah, the art style is totally different, but the animation of that art style is on par with DuckTales.
Yeah, where you just the amount of animation you have. Because like the simplest way of doing animation is Rocky and Bullwinkle, where you basically just have talking characters on a static background, that move basically.
Yeah, I'd have to compare. Again, I haven't watched Steven at all. It's another show I need to get to.
But contrast that with something like The Little Mermaid, like the Under the Sea section, where you've got dozens of things moving around in different directions, and there's very little that's static.
Yes.
That is more of what I would call high quality animation.
Disney. Now that's a show I can comment on. Ow.
Well, also in Little Mermaid, there's also not just
Oh, me too.
the performance of Under the Sea. If you just watch that movie in general, when it has the real wide shots of Ariel like in the distance, like at the very beginning when she's swimming up to the shipwreck, you can see like in the background these random like groups of bubbles just flutter up.
Mm-hmm.
Little Mermaid
It's like-
is totally my favorite show. Or movie, whatever the fuck the
Say,
word
like,
is.
It was a TV show for
Yeah, but
a
I
while.
didn't watch the TV show, but I was talking about the
Let's
movie.
be honest, not many people did.
Well, actually,
The
I
best
watched
Disney
bits and
TV
pieces,
show was
but I
Darkwing
didn't,
Duck.
I didn't
Darkwing Duck.
watch it, like, in order.
Oh,
or
man.
anything.
That
I am the terror that flaps in the
that
night.
intro, that intro song, I still listen to that once in a while.
Everyone loves the Darkwing Duck theme. I personally enjoyed the show Gargoyles. You guys remember that?
I wanted to see that for a while now. I never saw any of it.
That's some pretty awesome animation. That's some smooth animation, in my opinion.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it.
That's a good show. I don't remember how it ends though. I think it ends really abruptly because it either got canceled or ownership of it changed, and then the new owner was just decided to drop it.
See, that's the problem with every animated show pretty much almost every show that's not Avatar: The Last Airbender or Gravity Falls.
Water, an animator's nightmare. Oh yeah, as someone who's tried to animate water, I can tell you that's a headache and a half.
I believe.
Matt, are you an animator? Is that what you do?
I do
like
a lot
that?
of things. I'm a filmmaker at base level. I will do pretty
Nice.
much anything that involves being behind the camera because I'm not too good in front of it yet. I'm getting better, but I prefer to
Cool.
stay behind the camera and do stuff behind the scenes like special effects, which doesn't require minor animation. And as someone who has worked with lightning, fire, water, and character movement, if it doesn't have to move, you don't want to make it move because it's just shitloads of extra work.
Plus, it can also take away from the thing you want to have move.
Exactly. You also don't want to draw away from the thing that is actually moving.
God damn it. I'm going to try to get this. Okay. There we go. Thumbs up from the zombie hand. My dead wife. I just killed her and. Oh, I mean.
Thank you for your donation, Concrete.
This is
Yeah, that's
my
awesome.
poor
Thank
attempt at doing a heart.
The stereo heart.
No, it's good. It's a good heart.
What you got to do with our heart is get the thumbs down.
I
Yeah,
don't
you gotta
have
have the traveler's thumb.
Yeah, I call it
have the best-
hitchhiker's thumb.
Yeah, look at it.
The thumb that just naturally bends backward.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Paul B's got it too.
Oh shit! Yeah. Hey, nope, Blue's got it.
Yeah,
I'm a freak. I'm a straight thumbed freak.
Straight thumb.
I don't have the best fine motor skills.
I learned in one of my
I'm just
biology
sitting
classes
here,
that's a
like-
genetic thing.
I'm just sitting here like trying to make a heart the whole time while everyone keeps talking.
I'm
Just
still
like-
trying to figure out the stereo heart.
We all back?
Yeah, we're all back.
Yeah, we're all back.
I'm just gonna stop. Thank you. You know what I'm trying to do. Thank you. Thank you. And keep this awesome game alive. Thank you.
Yay, D&D.
D&D. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know why this is the D&D stream you watch, but thank you.
Apparently, a friend of
Yes.
mine also
Because
has
we're
a
awesome.
friend of mine also has
Yes.
a great thumb.
And
I
if you
have a
would-
hitchhiker's thumb.
Sorry.
Hmm.
If you guys enjoy us, hold on. Dang it. I'm trying to find.
Paul?
Then every Sunday, you can find us. Coach Strahd starts at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And one day we have Coach Strahd. The next week we have my campaign, which is Seeds of Chaos at
Well,
9 p.m.
The week after, it's delayed
Yeah.
because of TwitchCon.
So every Sunday you can find us here, and we always enjoy you guys being here, and can't thank you enough.
Every Sunday except next Sunday.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
except for next Sunday.
so basically,
Every
Paul
one.
runs the other game on this channel, same time, just an hour earlier start, but like it's all Sunday, and we switch off. So I was gonna say Paul runs the better game of the two, but
That's bullshit. Bullshit.
I agree with that. That's bullshit.
That's not true. I enjoy this game a lot.
well,
Same.
thank you.
And I want to fucking kill Strahd. I'm just saying.
Also saying,
Fucking Strahd, we're coming after you.
right after we find Esmeralda.
Well, thank you, because I have
Oh,
no
yeah.
fucking clue what I'm doing. So,
Well,
for those who
keep
don't
doing it.
know,
Nope.
I'm a limited prep type DM. So
Luke?
basically, I have the
Ooh.
module.
Do
What?
never change.
Thank you. I have the module. I scan it, get a general gist, and improv the rest. That's
Like
why I
all good
can't
DMs.
remember a lot of things. Like
Well,
the
that's
name
pretty-
of the bartender and the bartender lady.
No, that pretty much sounds like all DMs. It's like it's mostly improv.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I mean the
disagree.
whole
I don't
point.
think that there's a lot of DMs that are like improv style. People take notes and shit.
I'm sure there are DMs like Matt Mercer who like have a lot of the world around where the players are ready to go in case the players go to these places. But otherwise, I imagine it's mostly improv anyway.
Also,
Like-
I'd like to point out that when I was trying to show you the book and talk, I accidentally threw it. So I'm gonna go get the book that I threw.
I was just thinking that. I'm like, what did she do? What are you doing, Blue?
But anyway, if we're all back, we can get this gravy train back on tracks and rolling once again.
Alright,
Yes.
so let's ask
Yeah,
the
she's got her
about
headphones.
Esmeralda.
We all wake
The
up
bartender
and
Tara from now on.
we all wake up and we hear celebration as Strahd has been killed.
Yay!
He died of a heart attack.
That's cute.
I wish we had that sound effects like, and then there was much rejoicing. Yay!
Yay! And they really have heard it.
Sorry. All right. So, going to assume that by the time is anyone in this group an early riser?
Yes, I am, because I need to eat.
Fair enough. Fair
Oh
enough.
yeah,
I need
he's
first-
the half
First
that
breakfast, second breakfast,
has
and third
multiple.
breakfast.
Yep, multiple breakfasts.
No, Colonel's about normal day, normal riser.
I probably wake up shortly after, like maybe 10, 15 minutes after Curdle, so I probably wake up last.
Okay,
Mainly because Miles goes to bed last.
Mm-hmm.
that makes sense. Yeah, I have a feeling that Virginia would be up pretty early, mainly just because sleeping around new people be uncomfortable. So she's probably, if not up before you, Elman, then she's up shortly around the same time you are, or you waking up stirs her awake. And she'll definitely join you for first breakfast because she's down for the whole 3 breakfast thing.
Most
By the
people
time
are.
second breakfast comes around, she's like, I've never met a small human like you, but I like you.
Yep, that's me. I'm a
Allow me-
halfling.
Allow me to show you the ways of my people.
Just, I'm sitting at the bar and like just eating. Well, if you want to know anything about halflings, please don't ask.
She goes to ask, and then you say, please don't ask, and she just goes, oh, and shovels another mouthful.
I kind of lean over and kind of just nudge her. I'm just joking. If you have any questions, just go to the side and ask me. I don't really mind. Unless they're vulgar or anything slandering halflings, then don't.
So
I kinda
you're
like-
not just a very human, then.
Wait, say that again?
So you're not just a very small human, then.
The thing is, I knew the words small or short or tiny. I knew one of those words was going to come out at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't kill me in our next game.
I just go back to eating.
She notices your reaction and goes, wrong thing. Right, okay. And then she resumes eating in this awkward silence now.
You had 2 more breakfasts to go in awkward silence.
And
Blue, just for mechanics, could you DM me or put somewhere or tell me how much 2 meals from last night, the
Meals are free.
wine.
The wine is the only thing you have to
Oh.
pay for.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, how much wine?
Let me double check their prices.
Okay. Oh, are we going standard PHB?
In Barovia, probably not.
Yeah, I was
No.
gonna
Oh,
take
yeah,
whatever
right.
the standard is and multiply it by a certain, I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck!
Yeah, Barovia is probably
Don't forget
overcharging
also
for.
Forgot about that. Yeah, because they're on a shortage, and
I
yeah,
showed,
that
yeah,
makes sense.
I showed you how small town economies work. You know how the adventure markup goes.
It's
Yeah.
the currency.
I forgot about it. Being
Also, you
Bravo.
literally just restored the winery.
All these
Yes.
freaking tourists coming into our town to see the vampires.
Yeah.
We're all lines.
I actually ran a campaign where there was this guy who was literally his entire business strategy is that he would sell you, like, there was this fire monster in a volcano, and he would sell
Oh,
you
boy.
rings of fire protection, and when you died, the ring would teleport all your stuff back to him.
And then he just sell your shit.
Yeah, and then he would just sell the stuff of the previous adventurers who'd gone to die.
That is the greatest business strategy ever.
Mm-hmm.
That took a minute to click.
He doesn't sound quiet to me.
No, I guess it's just for me. It's
The
weird.
only problem was that worked like a charm until a group of adventurers who actually managed to kill the fire thing. Until my group of adventurers managed to actually kill the fire monster, and then when but like 3 of them died in the process, and they came back out and they saw their dead comrades' gear on sale at the store.
I thought you were gonna say they found the ring. They actually looked at the ring of fire protection and saw that it wasn't a ring of fire protection.
Oh no, it was a ring of like fire protection. Because obviously they need to be able to get into the, they have to believe that actually, they'd have to actually go down to fight the creature, to die to the creature.
Oh, so it actually does function as a ring of fire protection, but it has the bonus effect of if the wearer dies, the ring and the ring and all of that person's equipment is teleported back to the actual owner.
Mm-hmm. Basically, like,
You
he was
find that?
running like dozens of parties through there, and every single one of them would wipe to the monster at the end.
The most fantastic business idea ever.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
crap.
2 silver.
Alright. thank you.
Silver wine.
What?
So for
we
one,
lost-
for how much for 2 silver?
You lost?
Yeah.
No, not again.
A pint.
Oh, you're back.
Please tell me I didn't die again.
Nope, you're back. You're good.
Oh, thank God.
It might have been.
I never lost him. Is that a thing? Weird.
I really
Oh,
hope it's.
Sorry, on my end, I did. Maybe that was me.
Well, my VC is fucked up, and you all got jumpy.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I can
I was
hear you.
worried it
Yeah.
was me.
Yeah, no problems. I've had no problems so far.
Let's just
Internet.
ignore it and act like nothing is wrong.
Alright, so
That's for a pint.
Just like Congress.
okay, okay. I probably have had 3 pints. No, way more than that. Fuck. About that.
Drunk as fuck.
Yeah, 3 pints.
You should have some rum.
There is no rum in Barovia.
It's
I know,
only
but
wine.
There's also no rum in Barovia either. Yes, the air quotes are part of the name.
Yeah, the rum.
Well, the thing is, the other rum manufacturers sued the guy who was making it, and so that he couldn't use. You had saying that his stuff, he couldn't use the title rum.
And then Kurtal comes down during the middle of second breakfast.
Yeah, and Colonel will be like, okay, you know. He'll also go over to he'll before he grabs his breakfast though, he'll go over to the bar lady and ask if have you we already asked her if she ever heard of Esmeralda. Well, he'll go to his food and scan for Rictavio, see if he's seen it.
Well, Rictavio was over here.
But Tavio is not there right now.
All right, he'll wait
in the
for
bar.
him to come down. He'll eat his food and wait for Rictavio to come down.
Well, you'll be waiting forever then.
Whee!
He's not coming down, at least not in the morning. He's an old man. He already left.
I come down last.
So, where do you all move on to from here?
Well. Oh, we should probably. I should probably bring in. I'll fill her in on the fact that we got that an angel dropped us with a to-do list of various things and places we could go.
An angel, you say?
One of the. I mean, she said she was, and and that she certainly seemed that way.
She was very much an angel, trust me, I know.
Yeah, she just bit of an interesting angel. I suppose.
Who's waiting on us?
It's it's actually one of the children, like the little boy.
What?
They've clearly just sent their kid to do it because they're like, fuck it.
So,
One of the
basically
kids that
what
we
I
brought here?
see...
No, one of their kids.
Okay.
Doing like, cause no, there's not many people here. It's in the morning. They're like, just give
Is
to
this
the
kid
people
on
that
a
are staying.
stool?
The kid's
You're
just running
being-
around. He's just sitting around the bar and stuff when there's no one needing anything. But he just
No, I mean, who's bartending us?
the kid.
A teenager, basically.
Okay, so when he's behind the bar, is he on like a stool so we could see him? Or is he like reaching up and just putting stuff?
Well, he's coming around, kind of thing. He kind of
Okay.
pointed you to like a table, I guess. He would have.
So,
Also, I imagine this kid's a teenager
Yeah,
again,
it's
so
not
he's
like-
probably taller
Oh.
than you.
It's not
I was
like a
thinking like a
little.
toddler.
No, it's not like a little kid. It's an older kid.
Yeah, this
No.
kid's
Okay.
probably like in his
Okay.
mid-teens.
Like the age range
Alright,
gives
alright.
them like legitimate chores to do, not like, oh honey, you can help me wipe the table, and they just stand there like meh meh meh. No, not that.
Yeah, it's the age where you let them chop.
Okay.
the age where you
I was just like, why is there... I was gonna be slightly curious on why a toddler is...
No. You can see him like over the bar and stuff.
Okay.
He's probably taller than you.
It is. I'm only 3 feet tall.
Yeah, he is very much taller than you.
But is he taller than me?
How tall is a dwarf?
Let me check. Curdle was. I want to say it was 4 foot something.
I might be the tallest person in this group then.
So,
Oh, it's
Kid.
almost 30.
oh, sorry.
4'8".
Yeah, yes, sir.
I think I'm actually tall for a dwarf.
Your parents around?
They're going out getting some supplies. Why?
Do you know where the old man upstairs might have gone? Have you seen him?
He usually likes to go on walks like old people do.
Do you know where he likes to walk? Possibly?
I don't think he has a route. He's like a weird, aimless, wandering dude.
Well, thank you.
You can go and wander around town until you run into him.
Thanks, but I think perhaps we can start thinking about what else we're going to be going for.
Would you like fourth breakfast?
Ellen,
Wait,
how
what was
long have
it?
you been up?
Would you like fourth breakfast?
Bard's practice? Is that what you said?
Fourth
Fourth?
breakfast.
Breakfast.
Oh, fourth breakfast. Sorry.
Would you like
We're
fourth
fine.
Okay.
breakfast?
Whereupon
No,
Curdle
thank you.
Curdle says, Elman, how long have you been up?
Couple hours.
That's what I thought.
Just eating for several hours.
I see nothing
is-
wrong with that.
To you, to humans or any other, this would be like 20th breakfast. To him, it's like his third breakfast. He eats a lot.
He looks at you, Virginia. Would you like fourth breakfast?
She blushes a little and goes, "Yes, please."
He goes and grabs you some food.
I'm gonna take some of my breakfast and I'm going to produce Smalls, my pet rat, and I'm going to feed him.
Cool. I'm assuming that
Well,
you guys want your first breakfast when he comes around asking about their fourth breakfast.
Yep.
And the children seem to be having been put temporarily in those double rooms, by the way. I forgot to mention that.
At least they had a bed to sleep in tonight.
Yeah, it's better than what they had when we were with us.
Exactly.
Alright then.
so, well, we're kind of shafted on this task with the bard. So I'd love to learn from him. What else on progress to try and getting rid of you know who?
You mean Strahd, sir?
Ah, god damn it.
Wait, what?
I thought you would know. Not you know what? I'd try whatever.
It's not like a forbidden word.
I like this
Well-
kid. I say that
Don't
in
you-
character.
We're not worried about Strahd, we're worried about Voldemort.
I was going to say this isn't Voldemort, and then I was like,
Well, okay then. Well, yes,
It's
we're
not a
trying to
forbidden
progress
word.
to.
Well,
Off
Angel
you
left
know
us with
who.
quite the to-do list.
Angel? Angel?
She told us about Esmeralda, or at least name dropped her. There's Nimble Knots,
Nimble
and the holy
Knob?
symbol that he's got.
Who's Nimble Knob?
Don't know.
This kid is just like
Excellent.
standing there, open mouthed at your table as you talk about like the information that an angel has imparted upon you, kind of thing.
She mentioned the Mad Mage, but she said not to go there unless we can remove curses, if I'm remembering that correctly.
You can remove curses? He's like,
Some.
he is like
Some
baffled.
of the time.
And then she mentioned a very long, angry-sounding word that I can't remember nor pronounce. And then an Amber Temple.
What is this Argonvost?
That one.
That is a good question. Let's find out.
Well, would our characters know what this is? Did she describe to us what this is, or just kind of like
I don't remember anything
tell us a
about it.
bunch?
I do not recall her being specific about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was not specific about shit.
You're welcome.
The fact that she gave us the information in the first place was a blessing, yeah.
There we go. Much better.
So, what do you guys think would be the best course to doing this? Going, or which one to do? It seems like there's a lot.
I don't do
Okay.
well in temples, so I'd like to avoid that if possible.
Alright,
Unless the rest of you feel it's the best course of action to take.
That's understandable.
Well, my feeling about it is that it's easier to find a place than it is to find a person. So Nimble Nog and the Mad Mage, maybe even Esmeralda can probably wait.
Really don't like temples.
Well, maybe we can figure out what this Argonvost is.
Hey kid, you ever hear of Argenvostolf?
I'm trying to find it still.
Sounds like angry dwarvish to me.
Sounds like a person.
Oh, it's
Well,
under
if you were to convert this, if it's dwarven, it'd certainly be broken dwarven. There are a couple of word roots in there, but nothing actually means anything.
Oh,
Well, in the dwarven dialect I'm familiar with, I think that would mean silver host home, maybe. By the way, I'm just doing this completely blind, just off of what I know of.
I was about to say, it's like, are you making this shit up, or are you actually like referencing something?
No, I'm making this up as I go along.
Okay.
That's
So,
pirate.
Silver Host Home is what you think it sounds like?
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
If you out of character, if you get this right, that'd be pretty, or close to it, that'd be pretty cool.
I'm pretty sure
Unless-
silver is going to be in part of this, just because argent is pretty similar to argent.
True.
Oh
Well.
shit!
It's just-
You're pretty on track with the silver part.
Oh shit.
Do you want to hear the silver connection out of character?
Sure.
There's a
Why not?
connection. I'm not gonna say how. There's a connection to a silver dragon.
Spoilers.
Ooh.
That's intriguing.
Metal dragons were good, right?
Yeah, the metallic dragons are the good ones.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Chromatic dragons are evil, and then at the DM's discretion, there is such a thing as the gem dragons, which are the offspring of the
Yeah.
metallic and chromatic, and they are neutral.
What was that? Was that 3rd or 4th edition?
I don't remember.
Not
Crap.
the original
Was
D&D. The original D&D, there were only
third,
two
I
of the
think.
dragons.
I'm.
I don't remember.
I think it might have been third.
Might have been 4th.
It might have also been fourth. It was one of the two. It could be both. I just remember that the gem dragons were stupidly rare because
Yeah.
they required they are the offspring of a metallic and a chromatic dragon. And given that one is good and the other is evil, that doesn't happen very often.
So it's like a neutral.
Yeah, and the resulting dragon is a neutral.
So my question is, like, if I remember correctly, the good dragon god is a platinum dragon.
Yes, Bahamut is the platinum dragon.
So my question is, though, what happened to the mithril and adamant dragons?
I think there might have been a
Because I would
war?
consider that to be, considerably above platinum.
Think of it more like this. It's Bahamut the Platinum Dragon. He is the father of all dragons, mostly the metallic dragons, and then you have Tiamat, the mother of the chromatic dragons.
So what's their relationship? Like, bad breakup?
Well, if he's the father of
that's what I was just about to
she's
say.
the mother of Storm, then
Oh
That's what I
no,
was-
the birds in the leaves.
That's what I was just about to say. It's like a bad breakup.
Birds in the
Okay,
Today, kids, you learn the birds and the bees of dragons.
Do you remember what I told you that the Famicide spell was called? The fiends who had made this possible then proceeded to get a call on lines 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 from Tiamat.
It's such a terrible joke, but it's funny.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
um,
So I've read what I need to know. So the boy would probably be like, the name sounds familiar. He's got like a weird cracky voice that I'm attempting to emulate since he's a teenager. It sounds familiar, but I'm not quite sure.
is there anyone else who's in the tavern around us at this point?
Probably not.
No,
At least one that
just
would be
like
helpful.
there's just like a pair in the back by the stairs where there's actually those two icons. Those two are there, but the rest aren't there right now.
The
And
two
it's
by
just-
me?
Yeah, it's just basic common
Forgot to do
raven
myself.
folk that are literally always in the tavern in some amount of number. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm gonna say one of them is in its raven form right now.
Can you ask the common raven folk if they know anything?
You can do what you want.
Yeah, I think we should ask around then.
Well, I'm gonna ask the kid. Can you go and tell someone more knowledge? Can you go and Can you go and ask someone who might know what this argon?
You're asking-
You can
Argon
talk.
Vostok.
You can talk to Mom when she's done with the errands. If that's what you want.
Any idea how long that'll be?
No, sir.
That's not.
Do you know where she went?
You
No.
wanna just wait? You wanna just wait in the common room until either Victavio or Tara comes back?
Oh, that's her name, Tara.
No, that's the name I decided to call her.
I like that. Tara. Tara it is. Forget whatever her name actually is.
Which Blue will look up right now, out of curiosity.
Yeah, I mean, if we have to wait,
Yeah.
are we sure we don't want to just ask the two people who are here though, see whether or not they know anything?
I mean,
Right.
we might as
Might
well.
be a little.
I'm not stopping you.
Let's try.
Let's
Alright.
see
These
what
are
her real
Raven.
name is.
Raven friends.
So who has got charisma? Because Kurdal doesn't.
No.
Actually,
Jit thinks
Blue.
he has charisma.
Ugh.
Jit probably would when you say, let's go ask, he probably would go over and be like, hello!
Nah, I will immediately stop Jit. Like I will grab him if I have to, like an action,
We
like
need
a
to get
toy.
caster. We need to get a caster who has magic hand. Just
Mage
that's
hand?
just
You do
That's
do
just
a
magic.
strength check, though.
Me?
Someone do a strength check for Jit too, please.
Blue. Is
What?
everyone in the tavern of
You recognize them. They're Raven
Okay.
people. Unless
So
I say
they belong to the
otherwise,
keepers of the feather.
unless I say otherwise, thanks, Oni.
I beat him.
Okay.
Oh my god, you beat Jit in a strength
All right, Miles with a
contest.
17 and Jit with an 8. Nice.
Yeah,
No.
you managed to hold him. He can't break free. What was I gonna say? I was about to say something.
You're looking.
Oh, thank you, Oni. Yes, my Swedish accent is phenomenal. Mwah. I make a great yit.
I will go up to the two people after holding Jit back, and I will kind of like hand him off to Kurdal and Elman. It's like, hold him.
Their names are Danica and Erwin. Erwin is the husband.
Hold on. Let me write this down.
Danica or Danica with an N?
Danika. Danica.
Danica. Okay.
Wait. I'm just getting to my
What
notes.
was the name of the gal then?
The girl is Danica.
Yeah, Danica is the wife that we were talking to last
Oh, okay.
night.
I
But
thought you
you
were talking. I
named
thought
it-
you were saying that those are the names of the two people who were in here.
No, those are the
No.
names of the barkeeps.
Yeah.
Spell it out
Erwin
again.
is the husband. Danica, Danika.
Thank you.
And then Erwin is the husband.
Wow,
It's IRWAN.
That's pretty far from Tara. That is very far.
You are W-I-N. Erwin.
UW. Wait.
You are
You
W-I-N.
are W-I-N.
Oh, IN. Okay.
Erwin and Danica.
All right. Cool. Thank you.
Okay, I walk up to the two, I hold Jit back, and I like do my best to pass him to Kurdal and Elman, like, go away, Jit.
He definitely escapes if you're trying to pass him.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's not that stupid to the point where my point gets across that I don't want you talking to these two people.
Yeah, but he's going to try and settle on your shoulder so you can still be in the conversation even if he knows that you don't want him to be talking.
Whatever. Would either of you two know the name Argenvoss Thulp? Argenvoss Thulp.
That's what we're gonna go with. Argenvostolt.
Yeah.
Argenvostolt. Wait.
Argenvoss Thulp.
Argenvostolt.
Once again, the stream becomes about pronunciation.
Argenvostolt sounds funny. I don't know.
It is
More
fun.
dramatic.
Vostaho.
It is fun.
Argenvostolt.
It is fun to say Argenvoss.
Hey, that was nice.
Argenvostolt.
There we go.
Okay.
Vostaho.
So I asked them, have either of you two heard of the name Argenvoss Thulp?
Argenvostot? That sounds familiar. Oi, Jimmy! He motions to the bird. It's actually another bird. That you see in the rafters that you didn't notice before. Hey, Jimmy!
My eyes light up as soon as I hear Bard.
No, bird.
Oh, bird. Sorry.
Sorry.
I slump back down.
You keep wanting to hear bird. I'm sorry. It's bird.
That's
Bird.
okay.
A bird in the rafters. Hey, Jimmy! He flutters down. That was my attempt at fluttering, and I just spit all over my
It was good. It was good though.
Mm-hmm.
Be proud of it.
I accidentally erased the O of the word follower. By
No one
spitting
needs
on
to know that.
It flutters down and lands on the table next to the other bird. He goes, "Hey, Jimmy, didn't you go and see an Argenvostot last week?"
Is it a person or a place?
The bird hops into the chair that's vacant, across the other guy, and he shifts, and he's a person. He's naked, but you can't see anything because he is sitting, and it's all like under the table. So the only way you'd see his dangly bits is if you're creepy and purposely look at it.
Nope.
And he goes, "Wait, what was the name again?"
Argenvostot.
Argenvostot.
We're
Sorry,
enjoying this way too much.
I can't get over the name. I was there last week. It's a ruin. We really only fly over it, or really around it, not over. We only fly around it. No one actually goes there. It's probably haunted, and we don't see anything that we deal with there. So yeah, we just go around.
In what direction?
Oh God. Where's the map? Where's the map? Where's the map? Here it is.
Dora, we need you.
Argenvostot.
Dora, Dora, Dora the Explorer.
Swipe or no swipe.
Speaking of which, she calls herself an explorer. She travels through exclusively mapped territories.
Yeah, that's true.
But they're new to her.
I like
Now I got
the,
it stuck in Blue's head.
I like these spoofs of the later Dora.
At first I thought you said Ghidorah. I was like, what?
No,
Why
just
are you
Dora.
calling on Ghidorah? Black Carriage, Mad Mage, Lake Zarvich, Krezek, Tazolka, Berez, Van Richens Tower, Wizard of Wands, Amber Temple, Yester here. Where is it?
The dude's just like sitting there calculating in his head, like, what the fuck direction was it?
It's not on the map. Why is it not on the main map?
I went that way, now maybe it was
I don't
that
know,
way,
check
now.
page, check page 123.
120.
He's reading an
No.
imaginary book in his hand.
Yeah. No, turn to page 394 in there and see if that's it.
Meanders up the farthest slope of a mountain, overlooking the salvage woods and the Luna River Valley. Is the Luna River on? Luna River Cross. Oh, I found it. Q.
Oh, you found it?
Q. Where's the map? There's so many pages of places. Jesus Christ. Okay.
The map? Where are we?
Q.
There's Barovia.
In Q.
That's Q right there. on the map that I've pulled up.
I was
But
gonna
I don't know
say,
where we
right
are
where?
in relation.
How are you on
In-
the map page?
I am
It's
looking
shared
at a map
screen.
that I've pulled up on the internet.
Oh, I see
This
it.
is you right here,
It's not far. It's not far from.
but I don't know where we are in relation to it.
Your Valakai is right under that lake. Valakai is.
Oh, there it is. All right, so we're right here at the number 1.
So it's to the west.
So yeah, we just need to go mostly southwest. Okay.
Work, Miles.
Oh, it's southwest from here. Not long. Probably a half day's travel at most.
Unshared.
Oh.
Southwest, huh? And you said it was a place? It's ruins?
Yes.
Good
Does
to
this
know.
have any connection with Strahd in some way?
Not that I'm aware of.
What? Why is this a ruins? What was it before?
Oh, it once belonged to Sir Argenvost. That's why it's Argenvostholt. Argenvost opposed Strahd before he became the devil himself. When he was still but a man.
Huh.
Interesting. Thank you for the information.
Why you be going asking about Argenvostholt?
Apparently, there's something there that we can do to help contribute to the well-being of Barovia.
What the cleric said.
Well,
I-
be wary. I've heard many a rumor about it being haunted with all sorts of crazy dead things.
Well, crazy dead things happen to be my specialty.
Again, what the cleric said.
That's not entirely a lie either, because I've got not only have I got like turn undead, I think I have like exercise or something like that as an option.
I control them like puppets.
You
I'd like to point out,
zombies like puppets.
by the way, I'd like to just
I
point
don't know
out
what you can do about ghosts.
that the chapter on Argenvostholt is on the second page of the 2 pages that you look at a time. And on the first one is the end of the Bone Grinder chapter. And so I've just been staring at this picture of the witch lady hag thing, whatever it's called,
Oh,
with a wagon of pies.
Oh, pies, you guys, pies.
back.
So maybe that's what the goo monsters were made of. The bones of the children that the witches stole and
Yeah.
Was it vomit monsters?
Callback.
I
Okay.
had to.
Barovia, where a
So-
kid cannot be a kid.
So there's a heading. We have Argenvostholt to the southwest.
Well, good luck.
Wow.
And he goes back into Raven form and goes to take a nap in the rafters.
I will return to the group. With Jit on my shoulder still, most likely.
So you take one
Virginia's-
step back to your table.
Yep.
Virginia's just kind of given like a shifty bird in the rafters, but yeah, that's about it. She's just like,
Was that a good
Meta-
enough bird sound?
Metagame pigeon.
Oh, I was just making bird sounds.
Oh,
All right. You said it was easier to find a place rather than a person. We have a place.
Right?
yeah, it might be good to try and see what's there.
Well, I would need to stop at the toy shop to get my doll for Kitty.
You're a big pixie.
Mhm.
You can do that on your own.
Are you going to leave without me?
I
Wait, I
refuse
thought-
to answer that question.
Actually, well, I mean, just out of character, were we going to have Jit stay with us until?
No.
Hold on. Sorry, guys. If I remember correctly, we did this last week. Jit went to the toy shop and then went to stay with Kitty, correct?
Oh, I thought that was his intention, but you didn't actually do it yet.
That was the intention, yes.
Because you didn't do
okay.
anything in
Okay, I'm
Malachi.
sorry. Okay, so
Yeah.
it was intention. Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah, Troll specified that.
That's why I'm saying now
Alright.
he wants to go to the toy shop.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Well, you can certainly do that before we go.
And then I'll take a stop by Kitty and make sure that Kitty is okay.
Alright, we'll wait for you.
If you want, I can ask Irina. She seemed pretty angry at me last night, but I can ask her how she's doing with the other children.
Couldn't hurt. Inside, Curdle is thinking, better you than me.
I have no connection to this woman, so I don't give two shits.
Cool. So, Jit flitters away. It's quite disconcerting. He's decided that he wants to walk, but because of his special barbarian abilities, he's walking just as fast as he would if he was flying. And so it's kind of odd to see this tiny little thing, like, walking way faster than it seems like it should.
Just
Is he skipping at all while he's doing that? Like skipping and
Probably.
slightly flying?
Probably. He probably is skipping. Knowing Jit, he's skipping.
I will never understand how the two of you tolerate that thing.
I have no idea either.
To be honest, I don't even know how I tolerate it.
Nobody likes poor Jit.
I consider him more to be along the lines of a guided weapon than anything else.
Yeah, just point him in the right direction.
He was interesting. Or he is interesting. I don't mind him.
Respect that.
He's interesting.
Except for the crumb thing. That's not so interesting.
I love the crumb thing. That's... Well, I'm done with breakfast. Let's go.
Let's go. Forget that we just told Jit we'd wait for it.
Yeah, Virgie will pick up her stuff and be like, all right, sure. You heading out then?
No, we're gonna wait for him. We said we'd wait for him, so we should wait.
Alright. Like, stomp back over to my chair.
Then
He
while
has
we
proven
wait,
himself to be an incredibly useful asset to the team. You know,
I know a good game we could play.
Go on.
Anyone's ever played 3 Dragon Ante?
I can't read dice.
I have no gold for you to take from me this week, Paul.
Oh, we'll play for...
Thor does not believe in gambling.
You guys are no fun.
I would play with you if I could read the die.
I mean, literally, like the followers of Thor do not believe that gambling exists.
How does that
Oh
work?
my god.
I don't know. I'm making it up. I just said I don't believe in gambling. I'm like, wait a minute. There's another way you could take that.
While we wait, Virginia, might I talk to you outside?
Dun dun dun.
Sure, her posture gets a little more straight, but she says, okay. Can I do an insight check to try to figure out whether or not I should be worried?
Sure. Yeah. Natural one.
You have no idea.
Oh no.
Did you get the wrong idea then?
You're
You have-
you're uneasy, but he doesn't necessarily make you feel like scared or anything.
Okay.
And
Alright.
I'm not gonna say the natural one makes you irrationally scared.
Okay. So she'll follow you outside. She'll be a little bit wary about it though.
You ever stand by the well? How long?
Sorry, what?
How long?
How long? What? It's not a sentence.
How long have you been a werewolf?
Okay, so she didn't get any weird sense off of Miles at all.
Oh,
just
he's
straight up-
creepy. He growled
Well.
at you earlier, demonically.
Yeah.
You don't know what his deal is. Something's up with him.
But he
He's
doesn't smell
creepy.
weird.
He doesn't smell like anything in particular.
Okay. Then she's just gonna kind of glare at him and go, "How'd you know?"
I have my ways. Just answer the question.
You answer mine.
We just killed several werewolves. I know you're maybe weak to silver, and I know that you're weak to silver and magic. I have magic. I'm not afraid to drop you to sever your head where you stand.
Oh,
Just
shit.
answer the question.
Well, you jumped to threats very quickly for a very personal question.
You're not answering me.
Oh shit.
She Okay, so she glares at him for a moment and sort of weighs the idea of whether or not she should take the challenge and try to fight him, but
Oh my god.
considers the fact that she is not good at magic. And finally goes, "I was born this way, if you must know."
So you can't be cured.
No. No, I cannot. This is just me.
And how long have you been in Barovia?
About a month.
Little son of Satan.
Hmm?
Paul put something in the chat.
Amora, what are you agreeing with? Hello, by the way.
Probably something we said, but it was a minute or two afterwards. It doesn't make sense.
That's why I was like, what are you agreeing to? Cause
Anyway, I've been here a little over. You?
A few months.
wait, what did you say you cut off for me? A little over what?
A month?
Oh, carry on.
Is that timeline?
Sure.
I remember
Because
this.
I'm great at remembering any timeline.
um, so,
Miles don't give a shit about your personal question. If he wants answers, he's gonna get them.
Or else you break your kneecaps.
Pretty much.
I think he threatened more than her kneecaps.
Oh god, yes. The head part pretty much did it. Okay, so yeah. So what do you plan on doing about it now that you clearly know? Is this
Just
going
wanted-
to be an issue?
No, just wanted to know if we needed to be keeping an eye on you. If you've only been here for as long as you say, then that means you weren't helping abduct children. That's
Her
all I
entire
wanted to know.
posture gets stiff at even the mere accusation of that. No, I had nothing to do with the children.
Miles is acting so in control and casual about this about all of this. Like,
She has the ability to be that
you
way.
can see his posture clearly. It's like he is very much casual and very much feeling in control.
It's so much more annoying. Yeah, no, she just absolutely offended that he'd even think she had something to do with the kids. She's like, I am nothing like them. I will never be anything like them. And don't ever imply that I am.
That's all I needed to know.
Good, because I think we're done here. And she just turns around
I
and
will
walks
walk
inside.
back in.
You both are like, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. Let's walk in the same direction.
Yep.
So she's gonna go inside and like pick her bag up and then just be like, you all can do whatever. I'll be outside when you're ready. And then just like leave again and go stand by. This is a barn. Looks like a barn. She's gonna stand by this
It's
building.
probably like a storage shed of some sort.
It'll do. She'll stand in the shade there.
Is there like a
Why did that make me
is there
think
like a
of?
check for reading the atmosphere?
I believe that would be insight.
I believe that would be an insight as well, yeah.
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 All right, I want to try to see if Turtle can pick up.
I'm
on
sure
this.
I'm sure Jit is convinced that that's a porta potty of some sort, though. And
I
that
imagine
you're,
a 14 picks up on the tension between us.
and that you're queuing up because that's what he thought the Twig Blights were doing.
Tap him on the shoulder and say, "Okay, what just happened? What did you do?"
I didn't do anything. All I did was ask a couple questions, and I got a couple answers.
All right, and you're satisfied?
Yep.
Is it important?
Nope.
Oh shit.
Did you threaten her?
Maybe.
You know, he'll look at you. He'll look at you for like an instant, like, like it's like, I know you're. I know that there's something to this. And then he'll walk over. We'll walk over out to Virginia. Just sort of hang out with her for the time being.
It's not his place to tell her secret.
True. She would appreciate that if she were there to know about it.
She's probably gonna find out in a minute when Curdle comes out and asks what the hell happened.
Does he ask or does he just stand there?
He'll give you a chance to speak first. Put it that way.
She does not speak.
So you guys are just hanging out, and that's where we'll end tonight's episode.
Woo!
I'd like to point
Wait,
out, by the way,
don't
for
you-
anyone concerned, New Guy was not metagaming. We decided in DMs that Ghidorah would have sensed the lycanthropy. Just putting it out there.
Okay, with what with
Yeah.
magic?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It was his demon dude being like,
Mhm.
yo, there's shit happening, bruh. And then Miles
Cool.
probably can't ignore Ghidorah very well when he's constantly screaming about how shit's going wrong.
Yep. So
That's
imagine the reaction he probably has when we meet a new face, and the first thing Ghidorah says is, "She's a werewolf.
understandable.
Interesting."
Oh my god.
That explains the comment in the other. Okay.
Cool. Let's do our sign off stuff. Wolf Girl, do you feel like starting in order this time?
Sure. Sorry, pardon me. It's good, bad, and plugs, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Cool. Good. I think that I'm getting more comfortable with the group, which is always a plus. Gonna make things smoother in the future. First episode with the first game with a new character is always rocky. Anyway, so I look forward to the next weeks. And bad, I don't know. I can't really think of bad. Yeah, I'm gonna skip that for now. And I don't really have anything to plug, but if you guys want to find me on Twitter, I use the same handle on Twitter, WolfGirl86, so you can come talk to me there if you want. That's what I got. Sorry. I'll get better at this in the future.
No, you've done good.
Yeah, it's fine. Now, everyone doesn't hit all of them all the time. Next, new guy. How does it feel to not be the first one to sign off?
It feels good. Even though I'm still being called new guy, which I appreciate and do actually enjoy a little bit, even though I'm not the
Change
newest player
name.
anymore.
It's not new guy anymore. It's nude guy.
Oh my
No.
god.
You've been mishearing shit like the whole damn game, dude. You gotta
Oh, I
get a
didn't
hearing
hear that.
aid.
You said that. I'm just
You gotta
joshing.
get a hearing aid, dude.
I'm poking the bear, dude. Poking the bear.
I will sever your head from your shoulders where you stand. Alright, I always love the role play. The role play that everyone does in this group is fantastic. And I will say that was a very spot on Jit performance. Very well done, Blue.
Thank you. I tried very hard.
Yeah, definitely blue.
Especially with that accent, that damn accent.
I think my only complaint ever about this game is I always wish we could play longer. I always wish we could just keep going.
Yeah, me too.
Aside from that, though, I have no plugs. You can. There's no point in telling you guys my Twitter because I never fucking touch it. Like, ever, so it wouldn't be a great way to get a hold of me.
Cool. Anything else, or is it Paul's turn?
We're going to top, Paul.
Top Paul. Na,
Scene
na,
transition.
Na, na, top Paul. Na 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 na.
This was a really good session with a lot of interesting role play. It's nice to see new members slotting in, finding their place in the group. Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. I will say I'm sorry for sort of stealing Miles's thunder with that, but I think that basically I was I think Kurtle would have been the one to go for that just from characterizations.
Oh, talk to her first.
Yeah.
I was like, what did you spoil?
Yeah, would be the one to offer to let her into the party.
Mm.
It's fine. Miles was just being like more or less logical. It's just like we've been traveling like all over the fucking place. It's like we're bound to run into a black wolf at some point. It's like if you're looking for one, you might as well stick with us. That was pretty much his reasoning. Yours was a legitimate like invitation to join us, though.
Okay.
Mine was just like, pack your shit. We're gonna start walking somewhere. Wherever we start walking, you can keep an eye out for a black wolf. Keep your head down and stay out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Any
And then
positives or negatives besides that?
The only negative I have is all roleplay and no combat. Make Jack a dull boy. I'm looking forward to getting back into a dungeon.
Oh yeah.
This should be good.
I would like to add that it's made my job easier. I fucking hate running combat. I'm fine with it. I'm just saying. I'm always a fucking mess with that.
Roleplay sessions always making the DM's job easy. Ding.
Interesting to see
Trademark.
how this
Trademark.
What were you saying, Paul? We need what?
It should be interesting to see how this haunted mansion works. I'm expecting some doom buggies and hitchhiking ghosts.
I'll keep that in mind with the description. I'll just plop a random doom buggy in the lawn just for you.
Wait, Doom Buggy, as in DOOM?
Yeah, doom buggy. You know, from
Okay.
right?
Just wanted to clarify that because I'm sure we all know that it's Dune, D-U-N-E, Buggy. In reality.
Not in Barovia.
Yeah, not in Barovia, it's not.
I like how you guys decided to go to the place that I couldn't remember what it actually was. I couldn't even remember if it was like a person or a place. I was like,
Well, that's what we were asking too. It's like, is it a person or a place?
It's just on my list. I
It was
don't know,
the only-
man.
I think aside from the Amber Temple, it was the only thing on the list that could have been a place, right?
Yeah, it's the only other location apparently. All the others are people.
Also, I like how you just assume that a temple that's called the Amber Temple in Barovia is a good place that a demon wouldn't like.
Hey, I literally said exactly that.
Yeah, I know, but
It was probably-
that conversation happened out of character during Bray.
Yeah, that would be why I didn't remember that.
All Ghidorah knows is that it's called the Amber Temple, and just in his mind, temple bad.
Anyways, I'm sorry for hijacking your thing. Anything else, Paul?
No, that should about do it.
Cool. Other Paul. Is that more satisfactory to you than bottom Paul?
Yeah, it's cool. I was muted. Hello, I am Paul Stone. This is a great role-playing session. I love the fresh of breath there. Wow, I cannot talk today. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
I would hope you're breathing air.
yeah.
There's no such thing as
it-
fresh air, though, in Barovia. It's all
I was about to say it's like fresh air in Barovia. What is this?
It was nice to have a new player come in, have some new dynamic with the crew and the new players, and I always like role playing with that, and it really functioned well. It flowed well, and it was nice. And as much as I love combat, I do love a good role play session. So it was great. And I actually have no bad. It was all good. Plugs. Let me plug my boop doops. There's my Twitter. You can find me there. And you can find me here. Not next week, but November 4th. I will be DMing Seeds of Chaos on this channel. You can find my Twitter for that because I'm usually the one tweeting out the stuff.
Yes,
which is
go
cool.
to his Twitter for the stream stuff, not my Twitter. I usually just retweet random shit.
No, it's
So do
usually
I.
usually every week, Amora. We're only skipping next week because Blue is
yes.
going to TwitchCon.
Yeah,
Oh.
so it's every other week for the different episodes, but we're every week for
What
the
happens?
stream.
Yeah, every other week it's Curse of Strahd, Seeds of Chaos, Curse of Strahd, Seeds of Chaos. We only ever skip a week when someone can't play.
So no stream next week, guys, because I'm at TwitchCon.
Glad to clarify that.
And yeah, that'll be it. That's it for me.
Cool.
Oh, wait.
Yes.
Thank you, Blue, for today and all the times that you've DM'd and done this.
Thank you.
Thank you. We love you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I try.
And
really
kids
hard.
out there, thank your DM and thank your players. Thank you, players. We love you.
Bonus points if you offer to DM every other week for your DM.
Which I actually do. I have another session. I have another game that we play on Saturday nights, and I do tell that DM, it's like, if you ever need a break, I'm willing to DM a side campaign.
You hear that, Paul? We could just quit and hand it to him.
No, that
I'm
wouldn't.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I wouldn't refuse this. I would need maybe a week or two to get something going, but it's like I don't refuse this offer.
I'm like,
You
you're
have a
saying I
dead
can hand
Sunday.
Barovia off to you.
If I had the
there's
Curse of Strahd book,
viewers.
I would happily run Curse of Strahd.
Oh, I forgot. I would like to thank our viewers very much, very, very much to the viewers out
Oh,
there
yeah,
watching.
Yeah, we're all nothing without.
Thank you.
Yeah,
We-
because we wouldn't be a stream if you weren't here. I would just have been like, fuck this, no one's here. So goodbye, I'm not streaming this bullshit. It's too much work, especially since technology hates me. but you're here, so I was like, oh, let's keep going. Yeah. Speaking of technology, something this week that usually is a negative was actually a positive for me. We had minimal technical difficulties, and the ones that we did have fixed themselves significantly faster than it usually would.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my cam took 20 minutes instead of 40 minutes to fight. His internet took a few minutes to get back. It's great! I'll settle for minor technical difficulties.
Minor technical difficulties over major ones.
Yes.
I
Best
agree
way
with
to
that
keep better
wholeheartedly.
results is to lower your standards.
Thank you for donating to Miss Amazing. That was pretty great. I've only ever had one person tell me that, and they were definitely trolls. Not troll the guy, trolls the thing. And they were just making shit up for attention very clearly. So, cool beans for that.
I have a lucky Diamora. I save it for death saving throws because it's never rolled me below a 15.
I don't have any
Ooh.
lucky anything because my dice
And no,
rolls are
it
all
is not
shit.
a loaded die, so don't even start to assume because I had people do that before.
Who am I
So
going to
it's-
Got a good
exterminate?
question.
Random fact, I'm going to be sleeping in Artek and a bookcase's house. If you didn't know, they married. So now they're Arcase. Because streamer's name is the last name, yo. So her name is their internet last name, Arcase. I was staying at their house, and then we're gonna drag Rook along with us. If you know any of those, I know Amora does. Drag Rook around. Rook is probably gonna be my babysitter because I get very socially drunk, if you haven't noticed, as well as being a lightweight. So TwitchCon generally is me just being excessively obnoxious for a few days in a row, and Rook being like, okay, come here. So yeah, I could say hi to them in person for you if you want. But yeah, that's where I'll be for Twitch. Oh, and Bagel Rabbit too. Bagel Rabbit will be hanging out, so I'll probably force him to be my fraternal cuddle buddy because I always, when I'm at something like TwitchCon, I usually force people to sleep with me if they don't have like a significant other that they already have claimed for their
Get
sleeping
your
space.
minds out of the gutters. I see that Snickers.
That's why I always preface it with
I see the
paternal.
snickering.
Like last year, I've slept with Rook. He's married and has kids, so no, I didn't sleep with Rook like that. Plus he's like old. Anyways,
Ageist.
Dig a hole, dig a hole.
I did at one point make a joke. I was like, I was sitting on his lap because he had been carrying me because I'm also crippled. So he had been carrying me through this like restaurant, and I was sitting in his lap because I was so hyper, and he just wanted to take a break. And I decided to take that opportunity to make a joke, and I was just like, "Oh, thank you, Daddy, for letting me sit in your lap." I was very drunk at that point, so I thought it was the funniest thing in the world. Everyone else is like, "What the fuck?"
Everyone else just kind of like unanimous face palm, just oh god.
Wow.
So that summarizes me right there and how I am in person around a lot of people. So yeah, that's why TwitchCon stuff. Why did I start talking about that? I'm so sorry. I'm like probably boring everyone with my babbling. Hi, I'm Blue Dog.
No,
If
that
you
was
don't know
good.
who I am, I don't know how you're here. Welcome to the channel anyway. I run this channel every week. Every other week I DM the game. Every other week I play as Aza, the obnoxious girl that never shuts up, just like me, which is why she never shuts up. I would like to invite you to go to YouTube to catch up on anything, but really I forget to upload things, so really you should check out YouTube and the VODs on the Twitch channel for the recent ones. Anything that's old is gone if it's not on YouTube, sorry. Tune in the week after next week. I I think I already expressed all my positives and negatives by injecting myself into everyone else's exit. So, I'm just gonna skip that and go right to the end. Remember, come in the week after next week, not next week, for Seeds of Chaos. And if you don't like Seeds of Chaos because you're crazy, then the week after that, that's 3 weeks from now, is more Curse of Strahd. I hope to see you next time because, again, without you, we would not be streaming. It's so much work. So, thank you everybody, and as always, go on safely. Bye-bye!
Bye.
Fare thee well.
Bye.
Cue the awkward trying to
Just a
wave
hand.
while trying.
Okay,
While
so
trying.
do you guys
Many handshake or
do my
many
hands,
wave.
do my hands, are
Live
hands
long and
actually kind
prosper.
of invisible-ish?
Okay.
Because that's how it looks like on my screen.
No, mine too. It's like super hands.
Oh yeah.